What's up, Chauncey? What's up, Jay? Welcome. We're going to get started here around in about 10 minutes. Thank you for hanging out. Just letting all the people know that need to be here, you know? Testing things out, making sure they all work, etc., etc. Stash is getting nasty. Okay. I still got some stuff that I gotta put together, but I needed to get things. This is such a janky setup. I don't know if you guys are following me on Instagram or not, but look at the story I just posted. You can get a very quick behind the scenes of this room. Shit is nasty. And don't worry, it's not gonna stay black and white. We're just we're letting things load, build. Let me know if the audio's weird. Let me know if you can't hear me. I moved some things around. We're doing it live. Hopefully this works out today. All right. It's looking pretty good. Top camera looks good. Yeah, what do you guys want to do today? I mean, I have a bunch more tutorials that we can work through. I got some new yo-yos we can talk about. I got a bunch of videos loaded up we can watch and review. Why don't you guys let me know what you would like to see in a yo-yo stream, because otherwise we're just going to do what I want to do. And I don't know if that's what everybody wants to do. So let me know what you want to see. I'll be right back. Two super quick Ahmad Charisma toots that are relatively easy but super fun if you want to check them out. Please, yeah, send them my way. Danny, you're in my DMs already. Let's if you want to send them that way, I've got Instagram up on my browser. I can pull those up. Or I don't know if they let you drop links in the YouTube chat. If they do, by all means, that's great. That'll work too. But yeah, let's check it out. I haven't thought about a mod in a long time. I mean, I've thought about him, but I haven't like delved into his yo-yoing probably in 10 years. So yeah, let's do it. That sounds great. I've got a couple of more from the PNW guys. Lou sent me a couple that are kind of loose tutorials. None of them are like true tutorials. It's more like, hey, can you figure out what's going on in this? Because nobody else can. So we can watch those. Those are all on Instagram, so they'll just loop, which is nice. And then we had a couple of Daniel Kim tricks and a couple of Harrison Lee tricks that we went for yesterday that are just long and kind of hard. So we didn't get all the way through those. But the short ones are great. Just fire those away, and we'll take a look at them, and if they look like fun and look like, ones that we could build on. I guess when I'm learning from tutorials, I really like to... It's less that, like, I want to do that trick, and it's more like, is there something cool in here that I want to do something else with? Or, like, maybe there's one specific element in the tutorial, in the trick, that I'm like, oh, I end up in that mount here, and that element would let me transition to this trick really cleanly, where I didn't have kind of a link between them before. So it's more like, how do I adapt what's in this to either what I already do or what I want to do? It's like using it for inspiration. A lot of times I'll learn a tutorial for a trick that's like stylistically something that I want to understand it better so that I can make something with my own flair, and rip them. So they're called GT Stairs and Purple Room. I'm assuming they're on YouTube then. I'll look for them right now. I'm watching GT Stairs right now. It's so fast I missed it. That's a good sign. That means we'll probably learn it today. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love that. That's very, like, Tyler Vienno. In fact, that might be the Tyler Vienno trick, honestly. It might be Ahmad's trick. Drew pass trapeze with 3 fingers. Yeah, we'll do this. That's easy. See. That's a great... I didn't know that was a mod's trick. That feels like a trick that's been around forever. Yeah, this is great. This is so, like... I want to say, like, 2016, when everybody was doing these, like, fold-over triangles. In a good way. In a good way. I just never really did them. I don't think I've got a trick like that. That's perfect. Zammy. Yes, Zammy sent me a tutorial actually for a trick of his too. A rare 1A Zammy trick that looks hard as fuck. Honestly, I don't know if I'm good enough to do it. We're going to find out maybe. I don't know. Let's learn a couple of the quick ones first, and then we'll jump into some of these longer ones and see. There's at least... Zammy, that trick you sent me is like 8 slacks. There's at least 2 of them in there that I was like, oh, I love that and need to learn it. So we'll definitely... Not too much substance, but they're fun. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Dude, Ahmad is so good. I mean, there was... correct me if I'm wrong, anybody else who was around at the time, but like, there was a very good case to be made, and I want to say like 2013, 2014, that he was the best in the world. Like in the same way that people are saying, you know, Kieran, DKim, those guys are in the running for best in the world right now. They may not have the contest results, but in terms of just like raw, inventive talent, execution, all that, I think Ahmad was, you know, top 3 in the world there for about a year, 2013, 2014. And then he sort of backed off, if I remember correctly. Or maybe he just, he you know, stopped posting as much or something, but it seemed like he sort of took a step back after he had this just insane run. I don't know. I mean, now I'm seeing, you know, contest results and stuff pop up at the end of this YouTube tutorial, so I'm sure I have not been plugged into the yo-yo community as much as I should have, ever, and definitely not for the last like 8 years, 7 years. So I could be totally wrong about this, but like I feel like there was this time where Ahmad was, I don't know, inarguably one of the best players in the world. Hi, Iris. I guess Iris is moving on still. Let's get this started. Let's get rolling. So we've got purple room. I'm just gonna throw these up so people can watch them really quick and we can talk about it. This is cool. This is very like rolly, slacky, triangle to triangle. And then GT Stairs is sort of a similar concept, but you're, instead of doing, you know, this motion with it, you're doing this motion with it, which is, if you've watched Things That Feel Good over 1,000 times like I have, that's a motion we like. I've got sort of a similar, you know, out of wrist. I think this is actually the trick that Tyler does, but I could be wrong. But he's coming out of wrist, he's coming here, and he's sort of popping it. And then he comes out. And it's style. It's where he's holding it, and I've got a chair right here holding up the microphone, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get real crazy with it. But which one should we do first? And I'll move the camera really quick so you guys can see my dog. She's cute. This dude has some really good... Yeah, Ahmad is nuts. We were just talking about... Actually, Thomas, you were probably there when Ahmad was like top 3 world, pretty much everybody agreed, even if he wasn't necessarily like winning worlds. It was like, this dude's... He made a case, a pretty strong case for that. Also, hi, Thomas. Good to see you. Thomas and I had a very small world moment last night, actually. I was having dinner at my in-laws' house in town, my wife's parents, and they had guests over, and one of them, I was playing with a yo-yo. He's like, oh, is that an unresponsive? I was like, oh shit, this guy knows things. And turns out he was one of Thomas's old roommates, like back in the day, and 500 miles away. So just a funny, coincidental moment there. GT Stairs first, from Zammy. Ask and ye shall receive. Oh yeah, one of the best stage presences. Such good stage. Yeah, he's insane. Incredible flow. He's honestly one of those guys that just sort of like, you can tell that he's had a yo-yo in his hands every day, forever. Like, got a cat joining us too. It's just a madhouse in here. I might have to close my door so that things don't get crazy. Okay, let's do GT Stairs, right? Yeah. Wait, you are his tooth, like you were... Yeah, I don't understand that either. I said that to him, and he didn't really... he kind of didn't respond. So, feel free to have story time. During his peak, Ahmad was considered one of the most technical throwers out there. His style combined Russian and Japanese yo-yo influences. 100%. Yes. he was one of those guys that he sort of transcended like regionality, right? Like NA was very creative, slow, Jensen-y. Japan was very fast, rail combo, Mickey. And then Europe sort of split the difference for a long time. And then I feel like it's definitely kind of amalgamated from there. Everybody's kind of playing similar styles now, but at the time it was like there were very distinct regional yo-yo styles. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm gonna start rolling the video and see if I can learn this really quick, but we can keep chatting. I keep getting distracted by you because I love you guys. I don't know if I can slow it down, but maybe we won't need it. And if you guys want me to move my dog, I can. If that's messing up the shot. She does seem pretty comfy down there, though. Alright, trapeze, 3 fingers. Twist inward towards yourself, and back to trapeze with a twist. I'm gonna rethrow. Towards yourself with a twist. Finger in. Oh wow, he really slows it down for us. Come over the finger and on. Whoa, I'm tilting. Pay attention to my pointed finger and thumb. Without releasing the pinch, swing your yo-yo. Okay, so he's sort of pinching with that finger and thumb. We're going into kind of a reverse buckety situation. And out behind. And then we're gonna go up and in. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see if we can do that from memory. I gotta catch up on chat too. Let's see. Got it knocked out and I just ate it. Dog, that is the most Thomas just decision to make. The dog stays. Yes, sir. You got it. You can't ruin the comfy time. Work around it. Yeah. No. Dog circle. Love it. Thank you. We're all on the same page. She's so good. Oh, I love you, honey. Yeah, you're such a good girl. Okay. All right, let's see if we can do this from memory. So 3 in. We're going to twist. We're going to put the finger here. We come over and pinch everything. And come back around. Land in this triangle. It's kind of reversed. Then we come down here with it behind. And that's where we sort of do this, right? Is that the trick? Did we nail it? So we're like, boop. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's cool. That's an insta bucket situation or something. Reverse bucket. This bucket, you come the other way, right? So 3 in, twist, right? Twist, finger, bounce. We're gonna pinch and bring it around and land. That's kind of a crazy motion. So ooh. It's gotta land in this triangle. Which I think actually needs to land reverse. So let's watch it one more time. I want to see how that the initial triangle lands, because the first time I landed it with a twist, and this time it landed normal. It didn't land it though, so let's see what it's supposed to do. Oh, what up, Josh? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see, dude, the whole crew's here. This is great. Okay. 3 fingers in, twist. We're gonna come around. So it is with a twist. So I did land it right the first time. Right there. And we're coming out. Oops, did that wrong. Once it's in the back, we bounce it up to hit the top string and bring the front one down. That's a great trick. Great trick. Great yo-yo word, great trick. You add the upward flare at the end. Yeah, so it's kind of like we're gonna. I mean, it's gonna take me a little bit to get it smooth, but I think we're kind of like. Ooh, oops. Oops. Why can't I pluck this? String tension's a little trash, but we work around it. It's a very odd pluck for the first triangle for me. That feels weird. Even though I hit it the first time, it didn't feel normal, if that makes sense. So we're coming around, we're hitting. Yeah, see, I keep like, if I'm doing it at speed, it's like it doesn't really want to do the thing. And I'm nervous because Zammy's here, and I don't want him to know how bad I am. What's up, Dawn? Good to have you back, dog. I'm doing great. I got all the homies here. There we go. So then, wait, but my hand's all inverted. This is insanity. Charisma for sure, dude. That's the name of the game, right? Okay. See, I'm having trouble figuring out when it comes back around. It's here. Am I plucking it? Yeah. But then it's. I guess we come there. That's so weird. Okay, I gotta watch how he lands that one more time. He does say pay close attention, and I didn't really pay close attention. Like, I want to grab the string that I'm pinching, but you got to grab the source string, like from your finger. And it's odd. Yes, I'm streaming vertically, Caribou, because it goes into the shorts feed if I do it like this, and I have to play the algorithm game. Please don't disrupt the class, okay? We're all trying to learn here. Unless you brought gum for everybody. Also, you should see the analytics, man. The number of people tuning in on mobile is too damn high. Okay, so he's... And he just sort of undoes the whole thing, but he keeps his finger. I like that exit. I like the exit from the... It's funny, it's nuanced. I don't know if everybody saw that, but the way that he's exiting that triangle is really pretty. So he's pinching here, and he's plucking the string from the actual finger. Why is my string tension getting so bad so quick? Or is it just one of those tricks that wants to be difficult for no reason? Spam the 100 for algo blessings. Holy Ann Aaron Davis stream, what a sweet treat. Oh, Tyler, dude, what's good to Oh, it's good to see you, man. What's good? It's good to see you. What's good to see you? That's where we ended up with that. Perhaps the more of a wider swing with the held slack. That's a good call. If you have enough friends, the algo ain't shit. True. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, you guys are scrolling through my phone the other night. Yes, exactly. See? See? Steve. Your boomer side is showing, dog. Get with the vertical wave. Oh my god. Wider swing. Zammy says wider swing. Crazy that this little triangle is the hardest part, because the last triangle is just... The way he does it makes it hard, but it's really not very difficult. It's just pretty. And it's kind of like... I'm excited to get this first triangle so that I can hit the triangle, the second one, because I think that's going to be very my style. So, here. Okay. Oops. And I'm also doing that. Maybe I need to stop doing that. I'm making it harder on myself. Yeah, I'm making it harder on myself because I'm looping an extra loop around my hand. And then we're going like this. And it's cool because you can hit the top string into it, which means that there's a lot of like style potential there, right? You can... So I need to... What I was doing that was making it a lot harder, I naturally do this wrap. With almost everything that I throw, I have this extra wrap. And I'm very bad at keeping... Like if I'm throwing a trapeze, I always have this. It's just how I yo-yo. And so that was the issue. It burns. All the things, man. How's the little one's doing great. He's doing everything a 1-month-old should. He's the best. He's the chillest person in the house. It's amazing. Bless my wife for letting me not be involved for 2 hours so I can play with yo-yos. Yeah. Couldn't be happier. Okay. Anyway, back to... Sorry, guys. Enough about me. Oh, it's hitting the back string. I forgot to hit the back string. So, we stay, we boop, we come around, we land, we exit really beautifully, and we're going to turn this so that we can bounce up into the back and down onto the front. Like, kind of like, I want to trampoline it, and that's going to make that really pretty. Lucy has vacated my lap. I can learn Tracy. Oh, nice. This is, what was this? Triangle staircase. And it's an Ahmad Charisma trick. Josh, if you have not looked up Ahmad Charisma, this dude is incredible. You should definitely add him to your list of throwers to sort of work into your rotation. Sorry I had it paused. I'll let it run more consistently while I'm learning these so that you guys can see the whole trick. The dude that made it, obviously great yo-yoer. Oops. It's once I have to like decode my brain from doing this loop on my hand. It's all that wrist, all that bucket. I mean, that's how you get into wrist and bucket, is having that extra loop on there from so many different places. And you know what? I need a new string anyway, so we're gonna ditch this. So he hits, and then he's got this loop. When I had the loop on my hand, it made an extra one, and that's what was clogging up my ability to kind of grab that. When he bounces off here, and he's gonna grab the string that's coming from his finger, I had too much going on there. So make sure that you're just doing a free trapeze, no extra loops or anything. When you pop out of the first triangle, try untwisting your throw hand index. There's no wrap on it. The second GT comes easier that way, too. Less to worry about. Okay, sick. Yeah. I'll check them out. Thanks. Yeah, please do. Oh my god, dude, congrats. You got a 2-month-old. I'm gonna be hitting you up like every month just to be like, what's he doing now? Or she, I don't know. You don't have to. What are they doing now? So that I can know. I hope everything's going well with that. That's amazing. You've already been a parent for a while though, right? Like this isn't your first kid? I'm treading new ground here. Hi. Okay. Okay. No, just new string time. Just new string. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, yeah, true. You guys hear that? My wife's going to an emergency choir concert, so I don't have a time limit. Y'all ever been to an emergency choir concert? I had twins. Oh my god, dude, twins. Big tip for Ahmad's tricks, he does a lot of plucking motions. Better get used to quick finger movement. Oh, 100%. 100%. It's more like breaking my bad habits. Like, you know, in this case, it took a while for me to realize that that's what was going on, and I need to be better about really, I don't know, diagnosing that before it happens, because that could have made this a lot easier. So now I'm like struggling to remember how to get out of this properly. But Zammy, Danny, you said when you pop out of the first triangle, try untwisting. Okay. So I'm here. See, I want to do this, and I got a knot. We're coming around. Oops, that wasn't even real. Boop, 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 boop. New string. Okay, so that's better. The triangle was reversed last time. So you're saying untwist like that? Yeah. And then we can hit up into our triangle. That's a great trick, man. Thank you for submitting that one. That's awesome. You guys want to move on to the other one? Is anybody still wanting to? If you guys want to pause and go through it again, we definitely can. I can restart the video if anybody wants to, but otherwise I'm gonna move on to the next one. Yeah. So this is Purple Room. It's similar, but it's a different motion for the kind of the end triangle. What did you say earlier, Matt? You had a really good. You said instead of jump roping, this one's jump roping. We were doing something else. I liked your analogy. It's like when all sudden you gotta just run and sing your heart out. Exactly. An emergency choir concert. Either way, Josh, you can send it in. I mean, I just don't know if YouTube... If you don't mind, try it in the YouTube chat, sending the link. I just don't know if it'll actually let you send links in the chat. I know that sometimes streams, like platforms, just don't let you. So if you don't mind testing it and then letting us know, then I can tell people, I can direct people. I also have a Discord that I'm planning to sort of open up if this keeps going, and then we can start doing submissions and stuff through that. But feel free to just DM me. My DMs are open, you know. Holy crap, third kid. That's crazy, man. Congratulations. An emergency choir concert. Oh, Raging the Bull. Yeah, so it's jump rope instead of matador for your triangle, right? I think that matador style, I like that. Zammy, no worries. Honestly, like we can break it down. We can say, you know, tonight we're gonna learn this section, and I think that's because there are several longer tricks that have been sent in at this point that I would really like to learn at some point. And we got, you know, halfway through them, and so or not even, and so I want to. Oh, that's crazy. I definitely want to revisit those, and I was thinking maybe instead of like promising, oh, we're going to learn this whole trick tonight, we'll say, you know, tonight we got this far, or last night we got this far, tonight we're going to try to get this far, let's see if we can learn up until this point, and then we're going to move on. So either we can work through a section of the one you sent in. Feel free to DM me on the fly. Just let me know in the chat if you do send something on Instagram or otherwise, because I don't know if I'll be able to see it pop. I've got 3 screens going with different things. It's hard to see all the notifications, so please just let me know in the chat if you do send something, and I'm down. But happy to, if you're happy with the one that you sent, I'd be happy to learn like the first, you know, kind of section of it, and then we can move on to there. Or learn until there's an element that I'm like, oh, this goes into something else, and adapt it, and then we'll pick up from there next time. Can't stay in here while I fuck around elsewhere on the site. Oh yeah, no worries, dude. Feel free to bounce in and out. Not a big deal at all. Not a big deal at all. I can actually drop a link. I'll drop a link to the Discord in the chat once we log off, or maybe if I grab my phone later, we can. I don't want you guys to be bored just sitting here watching me do nothing, so. All right, let's get a serious attempt in on this. Yeah, Josh, please, if you have questions, feel free to pop them in, and as soon as I see them, I'll do it. That's right. It's on the back, into the triangle. And where is he throwing it? So he's behind the string. He's letting it reject. Oh, that's crazy. And I just tied a knot. Man, I hit my mic. I might have to move around a bunch for this one just to be able to do. I've got stuff really close to me, so this is kind of tough. How familiar are you with the Caribou Lodge tutorials? I know some of them, and some of them I've never tried. Yesterday we learned an Andrew Mader trick that was at least 10 years old that I have seen him do a million times, and I never learned it. And it's very quick and easy, so happy to revisit anything. Retrograde? I can take a look. I do want to pick tricks that have like either err on the shorter side so that we can do a bunch of them, or ones that I see something that kind of sticks out to me personally that's like, oh, this is nice, or this is useful for other people to know. Reject the GT and land it into trapeze, but don't twist your index finger. So he's just, okay. That's a weird rejection that I'm not hitting because I'm scared to hit my microphone here. Okay, so that rejects, but it doesn't, Okay. But don't twist your index finger. Got that. Oh, I'm sorry the top angle isn't great right now, is it? I kind of need to move it more behind me, but I'm trying not to have too much visual clutter, and there's a lot of, like, my whole desk is right there, so it's hard to get the angle for just right. Does he have multiple twists? Come on, Ahmad. Let's go. Let's go. Pay attention to how I pinch the string. Okay. Yo-yo doesn't spin that long. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Can't really cheat that rejection. So he's pinching. And it's going around and on. Okay. Very Ahmad charisma. These slacks, these things, that's like the most Ahmad trick I can think of. Like, those are just the most Ahmad slacks. Whenever I see those, I think of him. Okay. Let's see if we can do this now. How does he? Oh yeah, it's like this. He lands on, comes here. What did he do once he was here? around stuff, but does it stay above the yo-yo or does it come down below? Oh, it's just straight down. And it comes around. That's crazy. It's around and on. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Why doesn't it want to reject? Why am I so bad at string rejections? I do just like that. It's just a really interesting rejection that he's doing. There's more out of that I like a lot. This comes around under, doesn't it? This comes under the yo-yo. And then how is he rolling into it? I don't think I have enough twists. I think he's got an extra twist somewhere that I'm missing. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I'm trying to read a little bit of chat and think about this trick while I'm doing it. Give me a second to catch up with you guys. Yo-yo stream, very cool. Oh, thank you. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, I've been thinking, yeah, Danny, that's exactly what I was just thinking. I think I'm dropping my pinch a little too early on that. And I'm not prioritizing it enough, but yeah, the whole point behind all of this was just like, I feel like I'm always looking for something in yo-yo that I haven't seen before, but I'll know it when I see it. And it's like, I'm looking for something to watch. I really want to watch something, but nothing's really like done it for me, you know? And it's like, I want somebody that I can tune into that's kind of checking all the boxes, like talking about contests, talking about trick construction, their thought process behind when they made a trick, or when they see a trick and they have an idea off of it, what are you thinking about? Or yeah, this kind of a thing. Like, there's so many fundamental yo-yo tricks that I never learned, and I just sort of speed ran the stuff that I was really into. And so part of me was like, I need to go back and learn fundamental good yo-yo tricks and get better just as a player. And why not share that? Like, and if other people are interested or having trouble or just like genuinely want to come hang out and feel like they're yo-yoing that's the other thing. I have nobody in my town that yo-yos. I can't like hit somebody up and ask if they want to throw. I literally know nobody down here in this tiny town in the middle of nowhere. And so this is my only way to really like feel like I'm yo-yoing with people. So that's thought processes behind it. Let me keep trying this trick. And you said retrograde, Josh. I'll see if I can pull that up right now really quick. I just saw it. Just saw it. Did it shuffle? I'm gonna keep working on a mod trick. I just want to see what this is. Rejection. Oh, great trick. Yeah, we love Rojas here. That's crazy. That's a very Anthony movement. Beautiful trick. Anthony's so good. Anthony's so good. Probably didn't want to deal with strawberries and mustard. I've never seen a tutorial for that. You keep saying that one, Matt, and I'm happy to do it. I just... Oh, that's the same as what I usually do. Hold up. Let's start this top view and see if we can just hit this really quick, because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I already... How is he doing it? Oh, and then he's throwing it. Okay, I think I can do that. Hold up. Anybody know how to get this? Does anybody know how to make that work? The speed thing? Because like sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it's a video quality of the upload dictates it or not. But like yesterday I was trying to do it in a playlist and it wouldn't work. If I opened it in a new tab, it would. And I don't, like, clearly we're not in a playlist now, so I don't know what's going on, but... Okay. So he comes up, he goes through. He holds the string and grabs the loop with his throw hand. So we're going off, making this loop, right? We start trapeze. God, sorry guys, this top-down view is not very good today. I need to figure that out. So we start trapeze, we're pushing it off. This loop comes over our hand. We're throwing through, we're holding that string and throwing that loop again. But mine wants to come undone. Why doesn't his want to come undone? Let's investigate. Shit. Yeah, mine wants to come undone. This is right in my way. It's freaking me out. Sorry, guys. I know that's on me. It's just, it's so hard to get the setup proper to be able to do every yo-yo trick. So he's here. He's coming around again and grabbing this loop, but it stays on somehow. We can cheese that for a second. Coming on here and back around, and then mounting up and on, and I missed the rest, but it looks like it's something like this, and then he's bringing that up onto his elbow. Yep. Okay, we'll work it again. What a crazy trick. That's so counterintuitive for me just because I do this very differently for a different trick that I already do. Like I do a lot of this stuff landing on the string versus going, and that's like letting go of the yo-yo, whereas he's holding on to it the whole time. So getting it fluid is going to take some time for me to like deconstruct once again bad habits or just old tricks. And this is crazy to me. I'm not understanding how he's not losing this loop here. This breaks when I do this. So unless I'm like, he keeps his hand out to that side, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Like, this is his pinch. Oh. Oh. We just figured it out. And he's here. He does some shit. Okay. All right. We figured it out. Well, sort of. You might have to cheese that. Lefty King. We're learning a bunch of stuff. We learned a couple of Ahmad charisma tricks that I'm gonna have to work on. I mean, I think everybody who learns an Ahmad charisma trick needs to work on it a little longer. Oops. I gotta get that last little triangle unroll down from that one, but the other one, the staircase one, was really good. Okay, so here we're in it. We're grabbing it. That's kind of, he kind of does like a chopsticks exit. Ooh. So we're here, we're coming around, but I need to not, okay, so on that, don't pull your throw hand back when you throw the slack over. You have to keep it on the outside of it, I'm learning. Shit. Like, you have to keep it over there, otherwise it unwraps itself. And then we're coming up like this, oops, into the string. And then he's hopping it onto the top to unwrap. And then there's some more stuff. This one's a pretty long one. I think I want to keep moving through some of the stuff that other people have sent in. Like Zammy's here, I want to get to the trick that he sent in earlier. And Lou sent in a bunch of stuff on Instagram that can just sit there and loop, which I think is useful for the viewer experience. So we'll start moving through some other stuff. I got a knot too. Watch this Zammy trick really quick. And you've got commentary on these, so we might need to stop the music and listen to Zammy explain how to do this trick, because it is a doozy. But I am excited. There's like 2 different slacks in here that I saw that I was like, oh, those are genius. Let's pause the music and get Zammy's commentary. And Sammy, can you share with the class what the original name of this trick was?
Okay, step 1. You're going to throw a trapeze, but instead of using just one finger, you're going to land with 2 fingers. Alright, 2 fingers. Step 2.
Yeah, I know the chat thing kind of covers it on mobile. I wanted it there as an option so that if people did want to close chat to be able to see it, or there's just only so much real estate that you can work with. Obviously, the video situation is right there too. I'm sorry. I mean, if you guys have suggestions for how to orchestrate this a little bit better, for visibility, happy to do that. I'm doing the best with what I could come up with kind of on the fly.
But at the same time, you're going to use your non-throw hand thumb.
Okay, let's run this back a little more. Slinko. God, you're nuts, dude. You're nuts.
Okay, step 1. You're going to throw a trapeze, but instead of using just one finger, you're going to land with 2 fingers.
2 fingers.
All right, 2 fingers. Step 2, make a magic drop. So taking your throw hand index and your throw hand thumb, you're going to curl around this string.
And Danny taught us, Danny taught us the gun gives you a much cleaner magic drop.
Step 3, you're going to take your non-throw hand thumb, you're going to wrap it around this loop. It's kind of like you're just basically reaching around.
Okay.
So you'll be like this. Okay, step 4, you're going to roll the yo-yo over your index finger, but at the same time, you're going to use your non-throw hand thumb, you're going to pluck this string, pulling it,
whoa!
and then landing it on this back
Wait.
string.
Still behind these?
Magic drop part is involved here.
Hold
and
up.
I tell you, it's really hard, but it essentially is just an index finger. But at the same time, you're going to use your non-throw hand thumb, you're going to pluck this string, pulling it.
That's nuts. Great element, dude.
Landing it on this.
So let's try to get there. That's a great element. Holy. So you've got your magic drop, you're coming through, and you're going to pluck and also roll, and it looks like you're landing on this. I'm not quite sure what string, but we're going to land there.
String, pulling it.
Okay, so you're landing on the plucked string, actually. The one that you're plucking with the thumb is where you're landing to. Iris, can you go maybe over here, honey? Can you come over here? Good girl. Thank you. Yeah. That's a great spot for you. Okay. Okay. She's a little needy. Probably a little confused about what's going on. I don't want to show you guys just how janky this setup is, but I do want to make this angle better for you. Okay, let's see if that works a little bit better. Okay. So, here, we're going to pluck, and we're going to roll into it, right? So... oh, that's so hard. And you got to magic drop it too. But we're going to land, open that up. We're going to land here. Right? Yeah, that looks right. That's nuts. I love how that breaks too. If you let go of this, the whole thing breaks. That's very similar. Like, I have this mount here. It's essentially bucket, wrist, similar formation. But you've got this like... escape button thumb that you can pull out that I like a lot. And my cat is now doing things. Hi, buddy. I gotta close my door. Hang on just a second. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
And then landing it on this back string. That's where the magic drop part is involved here.
Sorry
and
about
let
that,
me tell
folks.
you, it's really hard, but it essentially is just like the magic drop process. Okay, step 5, you're going to place your thumb of your throw hand into the loop that is wrapped around your index in the back. Next, you're going to roll the yo-yo on the front outside.
Okay. So 2 fingers, thumb under, here. We're magic dropping and rolling onto that pluck behind the thing. Jesus Christ, that's hard, dude. To be here. We're putting our thumb under. Is it here? Looks like it's here. And you said rolling to the outside so that it's off. Right, and that gives us a bunch of slacks. Okay.
Just like that. Then drop the string from your index that's in the front. So your throw hand index, drop that string from there.
Throw hand index, drop the string. So we're plucking. We're magic drop. God, the magic drop. It's like you have to do this and drop it off. That's a crazy motion to have that smooth. I want to see you do it smooth again from the beginning. That is nuts that you do that fast.
Okay, step 1.
That is
You're gonna throw
nuts that you do
trapeze,
that
but
fast.
Instead of using just one finger, you're gonna land with 2 fingers.
She magic drop on my
Alright,
slack till I
fingers.
drop my string.
Step 2, make a magic drop. So taking your throw hand index,
I
and
want
your
to
throw
see how
hand
you do
thumb,
this
you're gonna curl around
so
this string,
smoothly.
creating this kind of segment or formation on your hand. Step 3, you're gonna take your non-throw
Zammy's
hand
cat was in the
thumb,
shot too.
You're gonna wrap it around this loop. It's kind of like you're just basically reaching around. So you'll be like this. Okay, step 4, you're gonna roll the yo-yo over your index finger, but at the same time, you're gonna use your non-throw hand
This is
thumb.
nuts,
You're gonna
dog.
pluck this string, pulling it,
Are you plucking from the top? You are
and then
plucking
landing
from the
it on
top.
this back
Does
string.
that make it easier?
That's where the magic drop.
Is that
part
why I was
is
screwing this
involved
up?
here. And let me tell you, it's really hard, but it essentially
No,
is
you
just
are
like
you
the
even. Oh,
magic
it's not as.
drop,
It's much easier when
process.
you're plucking from the top. That's nice.
Okay. Step 5, you're gonna place your thumb of your throw hand
Under.
into the loop that is wrapped around your index in the back.
Yep.
Next, you're gonna roll the yo-yo on the front outside,
On
just
the
like
front.
that.
Oh,
Then drop the
but it
string
needs to come off the
from your
string.
index that's in the front. So your throw hand index,
No.
drop that string from there,
Aaron.
leaving you like this. Looks like 2 legs, or a Pac-Man.
Huh.
One of 2.
Zammy. Oh, I got her. Okay. 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 That's good. This week I learned Zammy and Spencer Berry hate me. Okay, so thumb, pluck. It's an easier magic drop, but it's still hard as fuck. We're plucking. We're coming off the front. We're dropping that. We got our legs. We're there!
Step 6, you're gonna take this whole loop right here.
This whole loop.
You're actually gonna slack it or place it on top of your throw hand knuckles.
Oh, yeah, just
Like
place
that.
it there.
Then taking this string that's on your thumb, you're gonna wrap it around going forward to the back, and you're gonna send this string forward from your knuckles. The string is gonna swing a little bit, and you re-catch it with your non-throw hand index.
What?
So you'll basically be in the same thing, but there's actually gonna be a twist right
Yeah.
there.
You don't say.
Step 7, you're gonna roll the yo-yo to the back through this space where my non-throw hand middle finger is at. So watch closely. Thus, creating a Pac-Man or pair of pants or 2 loops. Now here comes the best part of the trick, the double slack. You're gonna
Yeah.
slack these 2
That's what I
loops
wanted to get to.
around, going forward to the back towards your throw hand.
So
And you're
heavy
gonna
pinch.
re-catch it with 2 fingers. Doesn't matter which ones really.
This is not. The top slack is wrong. I'm doing this wrong.
As you can see, I kind of cheated. But you get the point.
Fucking
This is what
insane,
ends
dog.
up happening when you catch it.
What? I
Let me
feel
show
like
you
I do
again
need a longer string.
in slow motion.
Oh, that's so good.
Step 8.
Those of you that don't
you're gonna
know.
roll the yo-yo over these 2 loops towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna need to.
Then drop the string.
I'm gonna need to take a beat on this one.
From your index finger.
It's not
and
much
then pull it
longer.
through. This opens the loop up, and then you can move the yo-yo to the front, reland it, and you'll be in a trapeze and bro. Step 9, pluck the back string with your non-throw hand thumb. Now, you're gonna roll the yo-yo over your non-throw hand index.
I
and you're
trust the
gonna reland it back
process.
on
This
this
is
back
just like,
string.
how do you even come up
Now,
with this,
you're
dude?
gonna release the string from your throw hand index. You're actually gonna slack it back to your throw hand.
I love
Next,
that.
you're gonna slack it back towards the inside, making the string go into the loop.
That's so good.
You're gonna pop the yo-yo up in the air, smack that bottom loop,
Yeah.
and it'll actually make the yo-yo come back to your
Okay.
hand.
Okay. Okay. We've heard all the explanation. I'm gonna get as far as I can. it's got to come off the back and in. And then we're going here. We're coming off the front and dropping that loop on the hand. We've got our legs. This slack comes up and lays on our hand as this one comes around onto the thumb, and then this one comes back down and we catch it. We've got our legs again, but we've got a little twist. Then we're coming up and through. Are we landing on or are we landing off? I don't remember. I think we're landing off, because then we've got the Pac-Man. And then we can do the double slack. Oh, I landed on it. No. That's pretty sweet, though. That's actually a pretty good little spot right there. I know my ass is green when this stream is the first time I'm hearing pluck. Oh, really? Always be plucking. Just got here. What we cooking? What's good, Am? How you doing, dog? We are working on a Zammy trick. We learned 2 Ahmad Charisma triangles. We started a Anthony Rojas trick that I can't get because I've got too much muscle memory off of a different element that is making it really hard for me to do this. Like, it's ridiculous. It shouldn't be hard, but it's really hard for me to do this for some reason. And it's just, for some reason, the Lodge tutorials don't really slow things down super great, and I can't slow them down on YouTube for some reason, like other videos. So, Steve, if you're still here, let's make note of that. Make sure that they can get learned. Okay, this is where we were at. So do I land it back on? Or is it landing dangling? Okay, it's a dangle. Then we do the double slack. This trick is nuts, dude. Oh. Shit. Shit! How you doing, Emmett? Are you chilling? Having a good night? You farming content, dog? Oh, this magic drop is gonna fucking end me. Roll off to the front. We've got our finger in. We drop the loop. Oh, no, 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 don't drop. There. Okay, we're here. We bring this slack up. We bring this... I don't understand how you do this stuff, dude. And so quickly. What's this part? Trapeze and his brother. I want to learn this bind that you're doing. I like that a lot. Yeah, yeah. The smack, smack. Smack, smack, smack. Love that. Big chillin'. This is such an awesome... You missed me move things and peek behind the curtain a little bit. Like, I started fixing the top-down camera because the angle's kind of bad today. Any little adjustment to it, just like, I don't know. I hate when it's from in front, too. I'm just having trouble today with the setup. But thank you. It's jankier than you'd think. Trust me. I'm gonna watch this through one more time. This may be, like I said, Zammy, this is a long one. I may have to do this in chapters, finish this one another time after I've fucking figured out this magic drop that you do that shouldn't exist. Oh, thumb, finger, up and through, double slack, which I don't know how to land that one, but it's in here somewhere. And then somehow you're just out of it. Oh, it just breaks? Dog, did I learn it? I don't think that was actually... I mean, you decide. I will try to perfect this one. probably off stream, because this is that magic drop alone is like, that's like 10 hours of just that element to get it right. How do you come up with that, dog? That's so good and so difficult. And I want to like let go of this and throw this slack. See, this is why we do tutorials, because yeah, you get halfway through a trick, you realize Zammy already made up the best thing ever to exist with this magic drop, and then where do we go from here? This is the mount that we want to mess with, so what do we do to, like, you know, how do I let this slack out, and then what can I do with it, right? Like, that's how you start getting into making your own tricks, is you see something that somebody else does, and you're just like, I like that, but I want to go that way with it, right? Like D-Kim, this trick that I just learned from D-Kim, this is Tong Deluxe. Well, my version of Tong Deluxe. But there's so many little, like, instead of that first, just this motion out of Houdini that he's doing. It's like thumb on top and rolling into it. That has so many different things. Like, I want to, like, throw that slack out of it and stuff. So that's what, like, watching this Zammy trick, there's so many things that he does here that are really interesting to me, but then he takes them a direction that I never would. And so I love, like, you know, I want to get to that magic drop and then do what I would do out of it, kind of a thing. And this is where you can get really quickly into just making up your own tricks. So there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. I mean, if you're going to do something out of something somebody already made, like if I ever use this magic drop, I'm going to tag Zammy and be like, this dude already invented the best part of this trick. But, you know, credit where credit is due, but like, go crazy with it. There's no rule that you have to do the trick how the trick is done. If you like doing something different out of it, do something different out of it. In fact, I feel like that's how all the best tricks are made, is like two people bouncing back and forth off of stuff. Some of my best stuff, like Eebs showed me this mount, where you, the whole idea is you're in Houdini, and you put two fingers here, like a chopsticks, and you land on it. And what do you do from there? He does some stuff in the front. I think JT does some stuff with this slack, where he brings it down, and that's a tower. And I hop mine to the back and do tech, as per usual. So there's a lot of different, like if your buddy shows you a mount that you like, just roll with it. There's this Zach element that I've always loved, that I've been doing stuff out of lately. That's why I always have this magic drop on my hand, because I'm constantly trying to do these like wrist tech things. Yes, exactly, Thomas. The best part is just learning the one part you like and then finding your own way to do whatever you want. And Zammy, the Mobius influence is very clear in that for sure. I mean, like I said, that magic drop, you do it so quickly that you don't really see how good that element is when you initially watch the trick. That's a really, really smart, it's really hard, but I think I'm already starting to get a little faster with it. It's putting your thumb behind it that's hard to get like smooth, but this part is starting to get a little more natural. And then from here, I really want to like go this way and throw the slack somehow, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I'll mess with it. I'm pulling up some Instagram posts that Lou sent to me that were things that he wanted me to look at and try to teach. He said for this one, it's a lot more like of the chopsticks elements that are in it that he thought were really interesting, and he just wanted to see if I could kind of figure out how to do some of them. Probably that one. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Learn it from this, but... Or the protrusion. Oh, that's cool. That was a really cool protrusion. Let's look at the other one. Zammy, you rule, dude. I'm glad I got it. I think I got it. I obviously I got to the brother part, and then I can tell how to do that bind. I'm gonna need to practice it for sure. For those of you that don't know, the very first trick that I ever learned that wasn't a trick ladder yo-yo expert, Andre Boulay expert village trick, it was one of Zammy's. It's called Like a Boss, and it's so good. It's such a good trick. And it's like risk-free, which is the best part because it's a red triangle. So you're doing a 1.5, and then you're letting it slip, and you're opening up this loop and reaching through it to grab that string. That's your red triangle. And then, or wait a minute, I did it on the wrong part. Hold on. He comes over and comes behind the string. So you go 1.5, let it slip, come over, then you grab. And then this, you're flinging it like that, and you catch it on the front. And you can go this way too. You can do all sorts of stuff, and then you can just drop it. Or land it, or whatever you want to do. It's such a good trick. Such a good trick. Why? Okay. I have my door closed. This cat was like hiding herself somewhere. Insanity. Yeah, dude. I hadn't thought about that trick in so long, and then maybe a month or two ago, kind of when I was getting back into yo-yoing, I was like absent-mindedly just throwing, and it was like muscle memory kicked in, and I did it, and I was like, oh my god, what a blast from the past. That was literally, I started yo-yoing 15 years ago this month, December 2010. And I learned that trick at the first PNWR I went to in 2011, which I think was like the end of February. So almost exactly 15 years ago, I learned that trick. And that, I think you were at that contest. I could be wrong. I know Eebs was at that contest, and that was one of my first experiences like meeting a pro yo-yoer. Small story, I got forced to on the spot name it Like a Boss because of the Yo-Yo podcast String Burn Live. Oh, did they have you on and they made you make or like name the trick? Also, Lou sent this laceration and I'm not going to be able to learn that. What the hell? This is like somebody's trick circle that's just insane. And I am not known for lacerations. What the fuck? It's like he jukes a ninja vanish and then comes around with it. Yeah, he jukes a ninja vanish. Oh, he keeps going around and then comes around. What the fuck? I don't know. So it's up, up, and then around this way? Hold on. Up, and then this way. It's so weird not... I almost have to, like, turn. Ooh. That is such an odd motion. It's here and then this way. And then around. Okay. Wait, here and then this way. Oh god. That's so weird. I don't understand that. I don't understand this at all yet. And I just threw a fake knot somehow. If I sent you a trick I don't know how to do, but I have a recorded video of me doing, do you think you could figure it out? Maybe. Depends on how clean you do it. Like, the hardest part is just being able to see what's going on. Like, this is... Okay. Ninja vanish, knot, and then back around. And that's That motion just is not clicking for me in terms of like what the string is supposed to do. Like here, keep it going. I don't get it. Holy shit. I don't get it, but I might have landed something very similar if it were to open up. Not quite. I'm not a laceration guy. Not a good one. I can do pretty basic ones. Like I can hit all the Hidamasa or Brent Stoll's Hidamasa stuff to a degree, not consistently. I'm good with like reverse Brent Stoll most of the time. But this sort of shit, yeah, Lou, I'm not gonna be able, I don't understand this at all. Not without a top down. I really need a top down on that. That's cool. What the fuck? I might need to study these off stream. Like download them, slow them down. Without a top view, these are really hard to figure out exactly what he's doing there. I'm not very good at learning tricks like front facing. I'm struggling with understanding where the string draws. If I sent you a trick, I don't know. Shouldn't be long either. It's a double GT. All right. I don't know if I will I don't know if I'll do it this stream. I might need to like study it off stream and then we can break it down next time. But God, I really want to learn that. JT always got them crazy jukes. This is nuts. Like, I can't even comprehend what the string is supposed to do here. And then I'm supposed to come back around like that. This is just a crazy whip. I do want to learn JT's tower out of laceration. That would be pretty sick. This one we learned last time. This is just DChem inspiration. I really like his first element. Oh, and the bind. I want to learn that bind so bad, and I don't understand it. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Spencer slaps too. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you want to do? The stuff that Lou sent me is like, I'm gonna need some prep on that. I'm gonna need to like pull that shit into Premiere, slow it down. I don't even know. I need to like frame by frame that stuff to understand what's going on from a front only tutorial. If we're talking about learning stuff live, actively being able to learn it quickly, it's got to have a top-down view. It's got to either be slow or be able to be slowed on YouTube or Instagram. Like the one that check this out. That's just for me. That's a fun one for me later. I got to learn how to do that gainer backflip thing. So this one that Lou sent in, it's on Instagram, so it loops, which is great. But he also just does a really nice breakdown, POV. He does slow-mo. It's all just like really easy to follow, and with it on loop, you know, it works out really well. So we were able to learn this one pretty quickly from Instagram last time. But, you know, it's kind of, it's literally a tutorial. It's made to be learned. Yeah, JT's tower. Yeah, and he just sent us a couple of variations that he's doing this week in our little group chat we've got for the PNW area folks. Oh my god, that dude is nuts. I've never understood whips beyond even, I mean, like, I can do, like, you know, double ninja vanish, ooh, shit like that, but, like, his, yeah, whips to towers and stuff like that, I am just not mentally strong enough, I think, to be able to do stuff like that. We keep looking at some short ones. I've still got my playlist that we could work through as well. There's some like art tutorials and stuff. I know that we feel different ways about the alternate return tops situation, but you can't deny that their tutorials and their tricks are some of the best. Definitely the ones that I want to focus on learning. So do have a few in there, but if folks are feeling not great about that, we don't have to do those on stream here. We can do other people's tutorials. I've got a couple of Tsukasa Namba ones that we learned one yesterday. It was probably the easiest one, but it wasn't the coolest trick. But I would be down to pull up the other ones that he's got because they're pretty short. I don't understand why I can't slow these down. Yeah, Josh, please do. I'd love to. That's what I'm curious at what other folks want to learn, and so, I want to learn stuff for sure. And if I already know it, I'm happy to like help teach it. Maybe I can provide some guidance on stuff. Oh, that's nice. I like that mount a lot. There's a ton there. Oh, that's a crazy pinch. That's a wild hop out of the 1.5 and back. So you're coming here. Oh, he's hitting that side. Interesting. Into the string and down. Okay. Oop. And then he rolls out. No. I forgot to kink the thumb. So he's here, coming back. We're gonna spread. We're gonna pop, kink, and also land? No. That's not right. So he's spreading it, he's popping up, and he's plucking. I don't know what string he's plucking here. It's all of them. He's double plucking. It's a double thumb pluck. Josh, take note. There it is. And then he's rolling out. Shit! And then he's rolling out. Yes. We got there. So he rolls out. Okay. All right. Rolls out into it. Let's try to get there. So, chicka chicka yeah, fake ID. He's rolling it out. He's coming in here. And we're here. We're here. And he's undermounting onto it. We're here. He's getting this pinch going. And it's... all of that comes... okay, that's where we gotta learn. Grab the string of your index and swing the yo-yo onto the string. Okay, we got there, I'm pretty sure. Or at least close. We got the pinch. But we weren't holding it open towards the back enough. That's what it was. Chicka, chicka, yeah. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Hit! Oh my god. There we go. And then we're gonna add a little flavor to it. We're gonna do a couple of bounces and come out and in. And then we're gonna mount, make it really nice and wide, and we bring this slack over, and it lands there, I think. Let's see how he lands it, or what he does out of here. Oh, it just breaks. That's nutty. He makes it look so pretty. I feel like my slacks just look like, I don't know, depressed. My hands look anxious and my slacks look depressed. That's my yo-yoing style, apparently. Oh, it's so good. Fuck you. I went all the way over. He just lands it on the back half. Okay. Yep. We got the twists. We're good on the twists. Yeah, into there. Unroll it. Roll it in. Mount on the other string. Pinch. Droopy loops, dude. Seriously, my loops are so droopy. That's so good. Okay. Let's just throw this on for vibes while we figure out this slack from front to back. I think we got it. I think we're there. We just gotta get it a little cleaner. Oh my god. Droopy loops, dude. Anxious hands make droopy loops. So we're gonna do a little bit of bouncy tech to make that prettier. Oh, come on. Mount onto here. No, that's the wrong pluck. Don't frick up the pluck, dude. Never frick up the pluck. What kind of string am I using? I've been bouncing between the OT original throw regular. I think that's what's on this right now. And their Izuru Hasumi blend, the Sig blend. I like the Izuru. I like that stuff better technically, but it's also a little rougher. And so if I'm just wanting to like just enjoy, you know, not really be working specifically on slacks or something, I really like just their OT regular. I think it's great. I was a fat string guy for a really long time, but honestly, I feel like I'm getting to the point where my tricks have too many wraps on the axle to be able to play fat string comfortably. I was getting so much string bite. My knuckles were getting beat up from the yo-yo responding so much. So I'm back on skinny strings, and it feels like OT regular is really like a 1.5 sort of thickness. It's like it's somewhere between a normal and a fat, so it's a nice middle ground for me, and it's very soft. So even though it's not as thick, it doesn't hit your hands as hard. What's up? What's so true? It's just like using different strings for different kind of feelings. Like I really like the Izuru stuff. Like I was having trouble with some slacks that I was making up, like just getting it to actually move where it needed to move. These newfangled slacks are like so many double slacks and stuff. And then I used Fat Kitty for like 10 years, 2012 to 2022. And then I used Sochi Fat from 2022 until, I don't know, 2 months ago. And I liked it, but once again, it was just like too many string wraps. I was getting too much hand beat up. So I switched to these, and the second that I put on the easier ones and was trying to do these slacks, it was like they didn't like magically happen, but they got me that extra 10% of the whip that I needed to really get there. Yeah, you should try the regular, Emmett. I mean, if you really like the fat stuff, but I don't know, like if you came from Kitty Fat, Sochi Fat, that sort of crowd, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised with this stuff. And it is noticeably thinner. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not like but it's like the softness makes up for it. The quality of it, the weight of it makes up for it. You don't feel like you're sacrificing what you would be. Like the whole point of the fat string is like, you know, it travels a little bit quicker, it travels a little farther, it's a little more comfortable on hands. You keep all of that. You just don't get screwed up by having too many wraps on your axle or whatever. And I've found too, the OT stuff holds its string tension way better than any other string that I've used. Like I know that I'm doing this kind of just out of habit, but like it holds its string tension really nice. It's sick. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? I've got a bunch of stuff saved here. We've already worked through quite a few of them. I've been doing the slap triangles that we learned yesterday all day, dude. This Mater trick is so good. JT hit me up because I think the year that Mater was doing this in contests a lot, like 2015, that was the year that we road tripped with him to Crater Lake down through the Redwoods with Alec and Martine. And my now wife, Jordan, we all went and camped in the Redwoods and went to Crater Lake and all this stuff. And we filmed a bunch of shit with Mater. He was doing this trick a bunch. And I think JT learned it from him right then. But Mater showed me some other stuff on this trip that I was like, fuck, dude, that's crazy. Like, he'll do, instead of going this way, he'll go this way. And then he throws over the hand and comes through like this mount. And he was doing some stuff where he'd like pinch and come through and back on and like... So I've been messing with that for about 10 years. Never found anything even close to Mater out of it. But I never learned his slacks. And JT hit me up today. He was like, you never learned that, dude? Like, what the fuck were you doing? We were literally with him for like a week. I was like, I know, he hypnotized me with other tricks, dude. Like, I never got around to it. Fat string is a cheat code, yeah. But that's the thing, like, even so the Tsukasa Namba trick that we learned yesterday, I didn't really like it just because it was kind of a simple, like, double on concept, and then you just sort of throw the slack, and it's like, yeah, been there. Like, obviously wasn't this simple, but it was a similar kind of trick. That was actually kind of cool, into the Boy Scout thing. And I was just like, not crazy, but like, so many tricks these days are just like, double on, triple on, and then you're throwing, a double slack off of it, which actually might be kind of cool out of that, but you get the idea. That's a very simplistic version of it. But yeah, like, using the fat strings, and especially I throw a lot of lodge yo-yos, obviously, high wall, heavy response, and so fat string all combined onto that, it's getting too garbled in there. And then I've got my bad habits that cause even more stuff on there. It's insanity. I've wanted to learn this for a while. I've already got some stuff that's kind of similar in there. And Tyler's probably my favorite stylistic yo-yoer. I don't know. I don't think he makes up all of the tricks that he does, but the way he performs them, it's just, if I could have every tech trick that I do look like Tyler, I fucking would. Oh, he holds it. Okay, 1.5, but leave it. No, coming here. Coming around, holding onto it. Oh, we come out again, and we're hitting. Hitting, and coming back. Coming off. Ooh, and that's an unroll. That's great. Wait. How is he unrolling that? How is he unrolling that? Hold up. Okay, so hit. It's all these little hits and pops and things. He's off the front. He's coming all the way. That's so weird. I didn't feel like it wanted to do that. Oops. Miss and hit. Hit here. See, how is he rolling again? Did he not go through the middle? Why is mine different? Oh, it's not. I'm just an idiot. Okay. I don't think so anyway. Hold up. So here, we open, we come around, out, hit, front, but then why is this? Is it because we're coming through with a wrap? I don't feel like he has this wrap that I have. Do you ever just feel dumber than everybody else? Like, oh, he's coming around only. So I'm messing it up from the very beginning. That's what I'm talking about. I'm dumber than everybody, man. Oh, shit. Oh, so he's just hitting here. No. Hold on. This is what I mean, Zammy. I'm not a good yo-yoer. This is... It ends up with a twist. No. Why am I doing it so poorly? Okay. This feels so counterintuitive, once again, because of muscle memory, but I'm trying to learn more of these tricks that challenge my muscle memory. Wait, he is coming like this. And he's coming back. I don't understand that at all. There was another one. Yeah, Tyler's speed on things is absolutely insane. There's another one that I'm learning on here. Maybe I'll skip over to that one since I've already got a basis and we can get through it a little bit quicker. Tyler's got his ability to just like make stuff look, I don't know. He's just got so much skill. And the speed of everything is insane. It's like he's got this ability to like isolate things though, where you know he accentuates certain elements so beautifully. He's like speed ramping things, right? Like he'll be doing these crazy things and then he'll slow down perfectly to accentuate the most important movement in the trick, and I think it's so cool. Yeah, I don't know. He's got that style thing. No, I don't mean that like, I don't mean that anybody's bad. It's just like I feel like I have a mental block with learning other people's yo-yo tricks a lot of the time. Like I don't know if anybody else feels that way. I have a way easier time coming up with tricks out of nowhere than I do like learning somebody else's, as is evidenced by the last couple of streams. Honestly, I'm hoping that these make me a better yo-yoer, just like learning more things, because I feel like I do the same stuff all the time. I need to expand. We can go normal speed while he does the trick, and then I'll slow it down for the actual tutorial part, because this shit's crazy. Yeah, this trick is so good. So I've already started learning this. And unfortunately, the trick he does at the beginning is not exactly what you learn in the tutorial. He leaves out some of the stylistic pops and things that really make the trick look the way that it does. And he teaches it differently than he performs it, which I think is a pretty normal thing, because a lot of times these tricks, like I've done this with my tutorials as well, where it's like I perform this trick very stylistically a certain way, whereas when I'm doing a tutorial, I need to show you, for example, like something like this, where there's a magic drop, there's multiple hand motions happening. I might show you those elements separated, and that's what he's doing right here, actually, this part of the trick. So the way that he does it in the beginning, he does this, and he comes around, and he hits here and unwraps and goes into this hop. And in this, he kind of shows you how to do the hops. I figured this out because he shows you how to do more hops than he actually performs in the trick. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So this is pretty standard. We're going like we're going into the Yuki trick with this this thing on the hand. And he's coming here to the back string. And he's going to drop this. And this is probably the hardest part, I think, is this pop that he's about to do here. Because you have to hop it through here. You pluck the string that the yo-yo's resting on currently with your non-throw hand thumb. And you've got to pop... Oh, I hit my mic. you got to pop it up and through that loop. So he does it in 2 steps here. And this is another part where he's augmenting to make it a little clearer. But essentially we need to get to here, which is where he's about to be when he drops that loop. That's the hard part about these tutorials, is like you can learn the trick and then you have to learn it all over again because you want to do it like Tyler does it. That's the whole point, right? So this guy, we're coming up. Oops. It's a lot of plucks, Josh. Take note. I was actually watching a Chuck video from about, I think it was 2016, 2017, kind of early on after they had started art. And he was doing tricks in mounts that I didn't, he was just holding them a little bit differently, but they were the same mounts that I was doing around the same time. And that was just like very, I don't know, vindicating, I guess, a little bit. It was like, oh, I was on a good path at that point. And obviously lost it, but whatever. Okay, this element is crazy. This is so good. So he hits and he comes back with the direction change and he's looping around this hand right here and in. And when you drop all of that, oops, I didn't do it all the way through. When you drop all of that, it's in wrist. And that's so smart. So then he's doing one of these, he's coming over, and I think he's swinging in from there. That's where we end up in this. Let's see how I forget how this ending, I've never learned the actual ending from here, so I'm excited to see how this goes from the wrist mount. He's in wrist. He's grabbing here, and he's landing like this. Right, so we've got this. And he doesn't drop anything. I forgot you don't drop anything. Comes around and on. I've got the loops on my finger though, I need to drop. Oh, actually that's right, I think. And he's off. Yep, we got that. Ish. And he's coming out this way. Did he drop it? I think I have an extra wrap. Because then he's just in wrist. Yeah, I gotta figure out that ending. That's crazy. Yo, thank you. Yeah, Josh, thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. What the pluck? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I tied a fat knot. Harpoo. Yo, Aaron, this trick was so fun to learn. Sick. Are you talking about the one that we're on? Have you learned this one? Is it Harpo Overwatch or is it Harpoo? This one that we're on right now. How do I open just this? I love to YoYo too. What's good? Thanks for tuning in. I don't know who you guys are from your username, so if I know you IRL, please let me know who you are. Oh, server error. Okay. Yeah, it's a fun. Grandpa Kimmett's macaroni and cheese and mushroom soup and potato salad. That sounds like a great meal. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds dank. Macaroni and cheese and mushroom soup and potato salad. Harpo, how long did it take you to get it smooth? Because this trick is bonkers. Oh my god, do I just get a new string? This is a nightmare of a knot. Oh, I know you. Yeah, what's up, McKenna? We've met a couple of times. I think you've been yo-yoing longer than I have, honestly. How are you? You disappeared. We've missed you. I hope life is treating you well. Also, guys, if please let me know if audio's weird, if the video could be better. I mean, I'm doing my best to improve things stream by stream. So if you see something that you'd like changed, and it's possible to fix it, I will fix it. I'm constantly moving things around because they keep getting in my way. This is really close to me. This microphone is attached to a chair currently. So, you know, there's some limitations on things that we can do, but please let me know. Okay, good tip from Harpo. Good, I'm glad you're doing great, McKenna. Doing good. I'm doing well as well. Sort of just getting back into yo-yoing the last few months, so it's really nice to see familiar faces and chat with people, catch up a little bit. Noted so far. I think your setup is. Thank you. Yeah, good. I'm glad. Just like I've noticed, it could be kind of hard to see the string with the black light on because there's a little bit of a delay. It's nice because it sets it apart from the background a little bit. Makes it a little easier for me to see while I'm yo-yoing, but you know, it can be distracting. So just let me know if there's anything like that. Favorite yo-yo currently, I would say. Ooh, that's tough. Really loving the Leaf. Really happy with that yo-yo, how that feels. Currently, I'm playing with I think this is the Jackknife. Is that the one? It's the base camp one that has the finger spin spot. So you can just lock it in and it just spins forever. I love this yo-yo. I have another gray one and I just got this one in the mail because I wanted another one because I know I'm going to play it forever. And it's a good one to have just like in your bag because everybody wants to see DNA that doesn't know anything else about yo-yoing, right? And so being able to just like whip it out super easy is nice. This has kind of been like my in the bag yo-yo for a very long time. These are all yo-yos that I've been playing a lot recently. This is the Boy. That's a Yumu's SIG. It's like the AC3, and I love the AC1 and 2. So this has been heavy rotation. It just doesn't look great on stream. It's kind of dark and hard to follow. So on a dark background, dark shirt, whatever, it's a little difficult to see with the, I think that's Clearview Station, the blue and yellow, the blue and gold. I didn't get enough gold. I got all blue, so it's really hard to see. Same with the Leaf. It's a brown. This is the team colorway. It's actually really pretty. It's like brown with that blue speckle. So I love that. But it's really dark. It doesn't show up great. So these have been ones that I've been using on stream more. This is the Atmos Projects, the Butterball. Love it. This yo-yo makes me feel like this guy when I use it. Like it's so bouncy between strings and light and just but I'm also like not as good as Tyler, so I don't feel like I'm good enough to actually use it to its full potential. But great yo-yo. Like I said, the Jackknife, and then I've been obsessed, actually. These two bimetals I've had for probably 10 years now, I think is about, they came out in like 2014, 2015. This is the Blizzard, and this is the Igloo. It's Mater's Sig and Curdy's Sig before he started Good Life. These two yo-yos, I'm always playing with them. One of them is like either in a pocket, on my desk. It's like one of those ones that I touch one of these every single day and play with it. I love these yo-yos. And I only have one of each, so I need to find somebody that has like a mint one that they never play or something and get a hold of it, because I want to have a double of each of them that I can keep nice. They're just so pretty too. These are the blues. Those are they're pretty yo-yos. Oh. It makes me feel as smooth as butter, dude. It's so nice. I actually like the Glacier Express. I had one for a long time, the original one, and it was just fun. It was like, I don't know, I guess I didn't use it that much, but I would bust it out occasionally, and yeah, I don't know. It was fun to like have something that just felt that different on the string and in the hand. Dude, the Igloo is such a good yo-yo. And if you look, that was weird. If you look at the Igloo and then you look at every fucking yo-yo that everybody else is making right now, does that look a little familiar? Does that look like every other yo-yo that's coming out currently and for the last 10 years? Weird. Let's play with it. Igloo. So, in terms of like competitive, longest spinning, most stable, whatever, I think there are 3 Caribou Lodge yo-yos that are hands down the best of the best. And they're all bimetals. They are the Igloo, the Blizzard, and the Akita. Those are the best, like, in terms of doing every single kind of trick as well as you can, whatever. And I don't know why YouTube keeps having a server error. And I told it to loop the art video, so I don't know why that's happening. But those 3 yo-yos, the Igloo, the Blizzard, and the Akita, I think are the 3, like, head and shoulders above. If you want to get on stage with a Caribou Lodge yo-yo, you want to throw a routine and be able to do horizontal... What the... Oh my god. I keep getting interrupted by technical difficulties. What's up, Adam? Adam FPV. Do I know you IRL? I hope you've been well as well, but I'd probably hope even more if I knew you who you are. Apparently YouTube's a little troublesome. I hope that that's not impacting your guys' viewing experience. I hope that the stream is still healthy. Please let me know if you're getting any stutters or anything in the meantime. Anyway, what I've been trying to say for about 10 minutes now, Igloo, Akita, Blizzard are the best Lodge yo-yos, in my opinion, if you're trying to like slam a contest and win it. Obviously, we make a ton of great yo-yos, but I think, you know, even the Leaf, like, it just doesn't have as much power behind it as one of these would. In terms of bang for buck, for how hard you have to throw it, I kind of screwed myself up yo-yoing because I only played Blizzard Igloo for like 8 years. And then trying to go back to monometals, they don't spin as hard off of, and I don't throw very hard. And so I kind of got spoiled with these bimetals, had to relearn how to like throw hard enough to actually get through my longer tech combos with something like a Leaf. It's still a fantastic yo-yo, and I think that I don't think I throw very hard for a yo-yoer. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt, but Yeah, I would say honestly, and the 2025 Akitas that are coming out. That's another one that I play all the time, but it's darker colored. I had the beach party one, so it's a little harder to see versus this, like going fast, doing tricks. So I try to use lighter colored ones for videos and streams and stuff. I love this yo-yo. It's beautiful. Beautiful colorway. And it's just so, the Akita's so good. I don't know if you guys have tried them. This yo-yo is insanely good. It's usually what I'll use if I'm learning tricks because it spins for so long. I don't have to keep like, okay, he's there. I need to, my yo-yo's dying. I got to rethrow it, get back to where he's at, rush, pause the video, figure it. Like, it's a lot to keep up with. So I try to use yo-yos that are going to spin for days when I'm like, working through a mount for 30 seconds before we do the next motion. Sadly, no, we've never met. Oh, dang, man. Where are you from? Are you on the... I'm West Coast, and I pretty much stay West Coast, but if you're in the U.S., I'm sure I know of you. Oh, this yo-yo's so good. I've been playing the Blizzard for like 2 weeks, and I haven't really touched my Igloo in a while, so this is a nice... Let me get used to this and get this string broken in, and then we'll keep working on this Tyler tutorial. I want to hear from everybody in chat. How is everybody? Zammy, you've been chatting this whole time, and you never told me how you're doing, dog. Let's get a little bro down sesh going. Let's get some yo therapy happening in the chat. How is everybody? I was just talking to Alec for the first time in a while today, and was like everybody kind of around our age, late 20s, early 30s, we kind of got shit on by the pandemic in so many different ways. And then it's sort of been, we're all finding our way back to each other with these war stories of like, what happened to you and your family and your job and your living situation. We've all moved, and I want to hear how everybody's doing. On your day off and relaxing. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Are you still... You're in Wisconsin, right, Zammy? I feel like we've crossed paths very few times because we're just in slightly different regions that don't ever really... Like, other than times you've come to PNWR, I don't really ever make it off the West Coast except a couple of times for Worlds. And thank goodness that Nats is always over here. Are you guys getting snow yet? We're supposed to have snow later this week. I live up in the mountains in Oregon. Most people in Oregon, like 90% of the people that live in Oregon live over in the valley where there isn't actually a lot of snow in the winter. We have a pretty temperate winter. But now I live at over 4,000 feet elevation down in southern Oregon by Mount Shasta, and we get hella snow. Blizzard is getting daily use. Nice. East Coast near Pittsburgh. Right on, dude. Okay. Very cool. I was just talking to Danny earlier. Danny's from Boston area or Eastern Mass. I was just out there for work. I was in Boston and Salem for an architectural conference. Didn't get to meet up with any yo-yoers. Although I feel like the East Coast is so dense, it's like you're tripping over yo-yoers everywhere you go, from what it seems like. You drive 10 minutes and you're in another state. Let's see, I saw Emmett got like 4 inches yesterday in Ohio. Dude, I've been seeing it. Yeah. I think Javon sent over a snap of Ohio. I don't know if you guys are in the same area. I think he might be in Columbus. No, you're Columbus, right? Steve's in Cleveland. Javon is in somewhere else other than Cleveland, and then you're in Columbus? You got all the snow. 7 inches in Pittsburgh? That's surprising. I was born in New Hampshire, so I have a decent knowledge of the East Coast. I used to live in Maine, but I was very young. We moved to Oregon when I was like 2. So I've been West Coast for 30 years. Definitely an Oregonian at heart, but technically wasn't born here. I'm an immigrant. You're in Columbus. Okay, right in the middle. And then I've only been to Ohio one time for 2016 Worlds, and we drove all the way down through the states, and then we came up through Chicago. And I remember Cleveland's kind of up at the top, right on the Great Lake, right? And then, so I don't know if we came through Columbus. I need to learn my Midwestern geography a little bit. Wait. Okay, Emmett, you're here. You can answer this. So, Ohio's on East Coast time. Do you consider yourself East Coast or Midwest? Or is like Great Lakes its own thing? But I would I feel like most people consider like Wisconsin, Michigan Midwest. Right? So where's the line? You say Midwest. Okay. Last snowstorm for Wisconsin was last week, which dropped a good 7 inches, dude. Oh, the ice is the worst part. See, when we get snow here, I love it so much. We'll get like 12 to 24 inches in 24 hours, and it's all powder. And then it'll just kind of, like the top will kind of crust and get a little icy, but it's we have like 2 feet of powder on the ground, and then it's sunny because we're in the high desert. I don't know if you guys know anything about Bend, Oregon, but it's like if you're not in Portland, you're probably in Bend. There's really only 2 places in Oregon that are, I don't know, that different. Eugene and Corvallis are just right down the highway from Portland and kind of just feed right into it. That's all the valley. But Bend is high desert, and that's like where Smith Rock, bunch of snowboarding. So it's like rock climbing, snowboarding, bunch of granola people, outdoorsy people in Bend. And I'm on the same kind of line as Bend over in the center of Oregon, right on the other side of the mountains, but we're at crazy elevations. We get 300 days of sun a year, and we get snow dumped on us all winter. It's like the best of both worlds. I love it. Wait, Mid-East? I guess that makes sense. Okay, but then, like, why don't we have Central U.S.? I know we have like Central Standard Time, but who identifies as like Central U.S.? It's like the middle of the U.S. It just goes straight from East Coast to Midwest and then West. Mid-East, I'm assuming like Ohio, Pennsylvania is? No, PA's over on... My Northeast geography, my mental map is so bad, dude. I thought Boston was like down where North Carolina is. When I looked at my Google Maps and was like trying to figure out where I was when I was there, it's like, holy shit, I'm so far north. Usually I have a really good sense of direction, but like my mental map of the country that I live in is so whack. You got your MER 1A, dude, that's sick. You got to meet Steve and Adam. Oh, Adam's the best, dude. I was there too, Adam. I don't know if maybe we did cross paths briefly. I was there for the whole contest in 2016. I was last day. I was probably at the casino with Eames, though. That's the sickest part about Worlds in Cleveland, is that it's right across the street from the casino. And dude, the little sandwich shop right there makes the best meatball subs. I had like 3 a day. I was in a bit of a larger Aaron era in 2016, but yeah, I was living off of those meatball subs, dude. Kansas and Mississippi would be considered your central states. Okay, so like Nebraska would be... What does Nebraska identify as? Are they technically Midwest? I feel like that's just no man's land, dude. Thank you guys for teaching me geography during this, supplementing the American public education system a little bit here. What I should have learned, man. So... I know nobody. I don't know anybody from Nebraska either. I remember Daniel Tosh's first stand-up special where he makes fun of like fried mayonnaise balls. Hey barkeep, give me another bucket. I felt my blood moving. And then he's like, we got shit to look at, Tulsa. And I don't know. I know Alec is from Kansas, and he was like, why are we driving to Nebraska? Like, this sucks. Oh, YouTube, 100%. I absolutely only have a college degree because of YouTube. I don't know if anybody else... yeah, higher education is basically just YouTube these days, right? Save death too. Oh, you've got it. I don't. Okay, so you're an old head then. How long have you been yo-yoing, Adam? Have you been around for a long time? I mean, obviously about 9 years at least. Also, Adam Brewster. Just want to shout him out. Adam Brewster's the homie. Adam Brewster pays for my Duolingo. He sent a message in the lodge group chat a while ago and was like, yo, is anybody actually using Duolingo? Because I have a family subscription and it's got some slots. And I was like, hell yeah, I do. And so yeah, Adam sponsored me on Duolingo. Oh no, I did that wrong. I was learning Japanese for my job. I have the job that I have had for a long time is for a Japanese lumber company, and so the 3 times that I've been to Japan have all been for that, and I've gotten lucky that my boss is super cool, and he's like, yeah, take time off so that you can spend time over there, like, you know, we'll just get your flight back and start work whenever, as long as you have PTO. So I'll stay, and I've gotten to go to Rewind a couple of times and hang out with like Jun Aramaki, and let's see, last time I got to meet Daiju Okamura, who I've been wanting. I love his yo-yoing, dude. Let's watch some videos. We have extra time. Yeah, my wife is at her emergency choir concert, so we can pull up some videos to play. I want to pull up Daiju, dude. Yeah, legends. Oh my god, I'm blanking on names. But so I met up with Daiju. His English is fantastic too. My Japanese at the time, horrible. God damn it. I forgot we were in quarter speed. Let's review some videos. Let's watch some really just dope fucking players. So I got to meet Daiju, hung out with him. We traded tricks because we honestly, that was the sickest part of all of this, was like we didn't need to speak at all. The yo-yoing was the communication, right? Like, I mean, we went out to dinner, we got drinks. They had me try natto, and we went to like one of those 6 sushi places that like everything zips to you on a conveyor belt, and you know, they showed me a good time. It was really fun. But Jun is just such a homie, dude. He was so fun. Ayumu came out. We ended up going to like this underground techno show, literally underground in Tokyo with him. And oh my god, who's the guy that he's on what? Ryosuke Kawamura, the dude that makes all of the like One Drop Presents the Japanese players. Oh my god, he's the fucking homie too. Got to hang out with all those guys. And the first time that I went, it was funny. I was really nervous because I hadn't been yo-yoing in a long time. It was 2022, the first time that I visited them. The second trip that I'd been on to Japan. But I went in and, you know, I was nervous and I didn't even have a yo-yo with me. And so I bought a yo-yo and I bought some Sochi strings because I knew that they were good and I didn't have anything with me. So that's when I ended up starting using Sochi. And people were kind of like, so it was a small store at that point. It was before they moved to their newer spot. And I walked in and people are kind of looking at me because I'm the only white dude in there. There's a bunch of like little kids and some people doing tricks and sharing and stuff. And so I buy my thing and I leave, and I was too nervous to even say anything to anybody because everybody's speaking in Japanese. I'm the only foreigner in there. I'm just like, thank you, and I pay and leave. And I'm standing outside. I get down to the street and I bust out the yo-yo and the strings, and I'm playing with them. And about 5 minutes later, all of the people that were in the store walk out at once. This is all yo-yoers moving cohesively as a group, which everybody in this stream should know does not happen unless there's a purpose, right? Getting yo-yoers in a group to move, if there's nothing that, like, there's no deadline, doesn't fucking happen. We're all just, oh, but wait, let me show you. Oh, dude, what was that? Right? Like, we're just, you can't move us. We're herding cats. And so I see these, it's like 15 people that were all kind of up in the shop, milling around. They all come out and they all walk down the street and go around the corner. And they all kind of looked at me, and I'm standing there yo-yoing, and I was like, oh shit, am I doing something wrong? Like, am I not supposed to be here? And so I kind of pack up my stuff, and I walk up, and I sort of follow them, and I peek around the corner, and there's a park right there. And there's like 40 people yo-yoing in the park. And it turns out that the Shibuya Yo-Yo Club was happening that Saturday right there when I was there. And so I end up walking over, quietly yo-yoing, and eventually, I think it was June, came over and was like, hi, you know, you're new, who are you and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, it's so good to meet you. My name's Aaron. And he's like, and his eyes got big, and he's like, oh, I know who you are. And since then, it was like best buds. He was like, come with after club, like come out with us. We'll go out, like let's go film some tricks. And I don't think I had anything to actually film, but I just got to hang out with all of them. And then every time since then that I've gone back, I always hit up June. I always see who's available. It was so sick. There was a young kid there and his dad, who were actually from Canada originally, but they'd moved to Japan. And the kid's wife was Japanese, I think, so they had citizenship and everything, but they'd been living there for a long time. He was super talented. And he was asking me about all these North American yo-yoers because he just doesn't get to interact really with them being in Japan. He goes to all the Japanese yo-yo contests, but he doesn't get to, and he was like, oh, my favorite player is Gentry. And I was like, oh, no way. Like, let me FaceTime him right now. He's like, oh. And so I FaceTimed Gentry just for like 30 seconds. I was like, Gentry, I met your biggest fan right here. We're in Tokyo. And his dad, like, he was so stoked, and it was just a great time. I've had nothing but good experiences with yo-yoing in Japan. I wish it was so like ubiquitous here, the way that I mean, I guess it's not huge over there either, but it feels like it just fits into the culture so easily, so cleanly, and it's supported, and it's not like an irresponsible thing to do the same way that it might be over here. I don't know, like just building skills in general, I feel like is supported over there, whether or not they make you money in kind of the capitalistic situation that we're in. So that was just, sorry, I'm like waxing poetic. I gotta bring up this little clip. I remember when this came out. This is so good. Oh, the way he grabs the chopstick hold out of that mount. It slips down his arm. That's so good. Daiju's so good. He wouldn't accept that I thought that either. He thinks he doesn't think he deserves like attention for his yo-yoing. I love his style so much. And he's actually, we went around the table. They wanted to know, like, what are your 3 favorite yo-yos? Who are your 3 favorite yo-yoers? Like, we did that all in a group, kind of like get to know you sort of a thing. And one of my favorites of all time is Tatsuya Fujisaka. I'll bring up his screen. Okay, so if you were yo-yoing in 2013, you've seen this. You know the song. I don't have to let the music play. I don't have to risk copyright. You know what's happening. And the way his string looked, like this was before people really knew how to, I don't even know, like the right string to use to make your tricks look a certain way. His slacks looked so clean. Anyway, we were going around the table and I mentioned Tetsuya Fujisaka. He lives like right next to Daiju. They yo-yo together pretty frequently, apparently. Like they're in the same neighborhood. They would meet up all the time. So that's who he learned with a lot. Or he was kind of coming up as Tetsuya was already big in the scene. So I was like, oh, of course I love what you do. You're, another flavor of him. I was just exposed to him a lot earlier, I think. He was more established at the time. But, oh my god, I love this freestyle so much. The double leg bind. Oh. Alright, let me catch up on chat, sorry. Yeah, Ryosuke. Play incredible. So his brother just started a yo-yo company, right? Like he started making yo-yos? I saw him post about it. I really want to get one. I'm on a budget right now. We did get an offer on our old house today, so I might be able to actually buy a yo-yo. But yeah, I've mentioned it. Obviously, we just had a kid a month ago. We just moved into a new house, which was kind of like one of those situations where it was a deal that was so good you couldn't really pass it up. And so we were just like, let's make it work. We can afford the 2 mortgages for a little while. We didn't think it would be this long, but hopefully this offer comes through today. Or, we pass inspections and we close on it soon, because I've got like 4 different... I gotta buy Emmett's shirt. Still waiting on a fucking restock, BT dubs. I gotta buy Emmett's shirt. I gotta buy Gentry's G-Force, because I went to Clint's wedding in Arizona a couple of months ago, and Gentry was there, and he had a G-Force with him, and I played with it. That yo-yo's so fucking good, you guys. I took one look at it, and I was like, the proportions on this thing are insane. I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna be able to do any of my tricks. Like, it's too weird. Double knee bind. So sick. Let's run it back. Sorry, my ADHD is kicking in pretty hard right here. I'm getting a little too distracted. Double knee bind is so sick. Anyway, G-Force. I gotta get a G-Force. I gotta get one of Ryosuke's brothers' yo-yos. Just solidarity. I think JT's got a new SIG on the way, which is a must-buy. There's some Caribou stuff that honestly, like, I don't know if it's gonna come in my Christmas bag, so I'm gonna need to fucking save up for that. There's a bunch of Caribou stuff that we don't even sell anymore. That's like I said, I want to get another Igloo. I want to get another Blizzard. God, he's so good. Another Igloo, another Blizzard. I need to get a canvas. That's gonna suck. Can't be on a budget if you want to buy a canvas in 2025. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if you want to buy any retro Caribou Lodge yo-yo like pre-2020 right now. You cannot have any other expenses. It's insanity. Yeah, Steve always comes in so clutch as Secret Steve Santa. Yeah, Santa Steve. He kicks ass. I mean, they always have. Steve's been on the lodge about as long as I have. I think Chris brought him on around the same time as I did. So I don't really know if I've even known a Christmas without Steve kind of running the show. But he always, he sends out a huge, just like, love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Even if, like, I had that question come up last time of like, how do you get paid or how do you get compensated? And we're not a big company in the grand scheme of things. If you're winning contests, they'll find a way to fly you out and get you hotel rooms, and they usually pay for lodging for the whole team for events. We do a head count, and then Steve will find hotel rooms if it's not very many people, or we'll get an Airbnb. But for the most part, it's just sort of like whatever you're doing. If you're still yo-yoing, if you're still into it, even if you're not really doing much, just thank you for being a part of the family. Here's a little something. And then kind of like whatever your if you need stuff because you're actively playing a lot and you're, I'm hoping that by doing some of this streaming stuff, like I'll be able to start showing you guys, hey, I like this yo-yo a lot for these reasons. Hey, this yo-yo isn't really my style, but maybe you guys would like it. Like as things come out, I'd love to get my hands on stuff a little earlier. Because the last 10 years I haven't been very active, and it's kind of just been like, yeah, dude, whatever you want to send me, I will play with it. But I don't know if I'm gonna make anything, and now I'm making stuff again, so I'm excited to see if I can get my hands on the newer stuff. But yeah, most of the stuff that I want that's Lodge is like 2015 to 2020 era, if not earlier. And that shit is like, dude, I've seen canvases go for over $1,000. That's insane. As a mono metal? Yeah, it's selling your kidney, dude. Yeah, dude, okay, yeah. Let's be real. Canvas is probably the hardest to obtain yo-yo, at least from the Lodge, ever. Even when it came out. I've had one. Yeah, I had one. I don't know what happened to it. I might have sold it like between jobs when I needed the money, and I probably sold it for like under $100, honestly. And I am fucking kicking myself for that. I think it was B grade. It was Clearview Station. It wasn't anything special. But I was at a contest one time, and Martine purchased a Raised by Wolves canvas from somebody, and he knew that I was also looking for one. And he came and found me after he purchased it to show me, and has gloated probably annually since then. Every time I see him, he'll pull it out and just wiggle it. And yeah, that's literally a fucking kidney that you have to sell. That's insanity. Oh, the Advanced Scout. I have one of those in my drawer. That's such a good yo-yo. Dude, the Scout was just slept on. Peter made the Chief better. People don't realize that. And the Advanced Scout, I think, might be better than the actual Scout, too. I have... Yeah, dude, check this. Yeah. I've got Clear Anno, Unengraved, Advanced Scout, and I think I like... It's kind of blasphemous to say, but I think it's better than the Chief. Long string on it. This yo-yo rips. I'm glad you have one. They basically just made the... It's kind of like a step between the Chief and the Bonfire. I don't know if that makes sense. The inside feels very Bonfire. Like here, with the grooves, and the straight profile, without kind of more of a bump. So it feels like the Advanced Scout was like the... It was like one of 2 steps to get to the Bonfire, or one of 3 steps to get to the Bonfire. The Advanced Scout, and then into the regular Scout, and then we made the Bonfire. And that's like where they changed the pegs and really flattened out the whole thing, made it a lot more angular. This just has like remnants of organic to it, right? Like it's still a little bubbled in some places, and it's beautiful. I love this yo-yo so much. I can't believe I used to play such a long string either. This is crazy. I used to just throw on a full-length kitty string. That's it. That was my yo-yo prep. I kind of missed that for the simplicity. Have you guys ever wanted to like go through and tie and cut all of your strings at once just to save yourself the time? Because I'm at that point. We're gonna go through memory lane a little bit. I'm gonna try to land on some slept on videos that people never bring up, but that are fucking elite, and this is one of them. John Chow, Classical Mechanics. This is like 2011. He is so far ahead in this video of what people were doing. Sorry, I was looking at yo-yos. This is either 2010 or 2011. I think it was 2011. Full-length videos, full-length kitty is what you were using in the Slinko video. That's what I thought, dude. Your string was long as shit. When I was getting into those like double slacks and I barely had like a finger's length to swing around, and then you've got like your whole fucking elbow that you got to work with. Yeah, that, you clued me in a little bit with that. Oh, Adam, I also want another Summit. That's such a good yo-yo. I used to have a bright blue one, like the jackknife that I've got here, and this is probably, this or the icy blue is probably my favorite color of a yo-yo. It just pops so good. It looks so good against like the classic black t-shirt with the white lettering that everybody does with like a bright blue yo-yo. Makes me think of Jensen, or it makes me think of Gentry, like the first Super G Worlds that he did. John Chow. John Chow, everybody. Let's take a second. Give John Chow a hand. We miss him. We hope that whatever he's doing post MIT is lovely and wonderful. The man that needs no introduction, hopefully. Jason Lee. One of my largest oh my god. One of my largest influences, especially early on. Learning stuff like figure eights. Oh shit. Well, learning at the time. Apparently I gotta relearn them. Oh, I gotta relearn them. No. There we go. It's such a weird motion, and I think I never learned how to do them the backwards way. But you can do them both directions. It's such a good trick. That was a huge inspiration for me for things like ghost rolls. Like, that idea of like no hit, but you're still, yeah, it's another just like early repeater god. So smooth. Yeah, the old school, I was on honestly, most of my yo-yo career was very long string. And I've always tried to abide by the philosophy of like, if you're learning or making a brand new trick out of nowhere, you need extra string. You want to have longer string. So I was using full length to make a lot of tricks, because that's my favorite part of yo-yoing, is making up something new. And then, you know, grinding it so that it looks really good, so that something you made looks really good and other people want to learn it. That to me is like, oh, I love yo-yoing. That's all I want to do. But when you're presenting, when you're practicing the trick or when you're presenting the trick, it always looks better with a shorter string. It just does. You know, there's some people that can make it look really good with long string, like Zach or something. But I would argue that if Zach, even in his Worlds freestyle, if he were to cut like an inch or two off of that string, it might have actually looked better. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. But anyway, I think that I just got lazy a lot of times. I would figure out the trick. I wouldn't practice it enough. And then I'd just go out and film it. And I'd use the same length string because I just was lazy about it. I was also baked most of the time. So I think that just made me like, oh yeah, I got yo-yo tricks, I'll throw them down. So I did. But if like going back and watching some of those videos is really painful, because knowing what I played belly button length string now. That's like, that would have felt like knee length to me at the time. That's like, I don't have any room to do anything, but it makes your tricks look so much better. Just keeping the string tight the whole time makes your tricks look so much better. So it's kind of, it sucks when you don't feel like you have enough string to do your tricks, but you just gotta like stick with it and grind it, and eventually it'll look good. And that's how you get tech to look more like Tyler Vienno, apparently. I don't know, because I've never been able to do it, but I think I'm getting closer. Yeah, picking up old throw. That's what I was saying. I think the Advanced Scout. Oh no, I used it for that video. used it for the No Broke Boys little video, so I must have either changed the string after or something, but that's... Yeah, there's some... I'll pull some out, and I can tell it's still got Fat Kitty on it, so I haven't played with that yo-yo in probably 3 or 4 years. And it'll be, you know, it's like up to your chin. Not even... Probably taller. It's probably like nose length or something. And definitely wasn't playing at Tourniquet. I was just yo-yoing out here like, god damn, what were you doing, Aaron? Zach is still throwing. Yeah, he was just at the Faye Webster Invitational. Was that last month or 2 months ago? I don't think that he's like heavily competing, but he was in a stargazing thing. One of the Canopy stargazing events recently. That might have been Nats. He's definitely still active. I don't know how seriously he's taking it anymore. I think he's sort of another one of the guys that like won Worlds, realized you win a yo-yo, and unless you're willing to like go full gentry mode and like launch a personal brand and tour the world, and you've got a company behind you that's willing to really put a bunch into you. Not that Caribou wasn't, but I don't think Zach was ready for that, and he wanted to go to school. His parents wanted him to go to school, so I think he won Worlds and kind of got disenfranchised with competing a little bit, or at least has become more disenfranchised since then. It wasn't like it was immediate, and so I think he's more like he's very happy to be trick innovator of all time and go to events and be a celebrity, but he really didn't like people approaching him that he didn't know. He's a really like introverted, shy, quiet dude. Insanely talented and very social within his like group, but he's you know he's pretty shy. He didn't love having just like randoms come up to him or feel like they, you know, he had to stand there and sign things or whatever. He was like, I just want to be in the corner playing the yo-yo, like hanging with my friends, playing Pokemon Go or Smash. You know, Zach's one of those guys that like it sucks, but he's never as into yo-yoing as he is into something else these days. He's like insane at Go, like the game Go, the board game Go. He's like semi-professional level at Go now, and he's insane at Super Smash Bros. Melee, and he's a fantastic photographer. And like you name it, Zach has like dabbled in it somehow. And yo-yo's always on the back burner for him, and he can just shred. It's disgusting how talented he is. Yeah, dude, John Chow. From what I know, John Chow made that video with the super wide, which everybody was like, what the fuck is this meme? So he just drops tricks from 10 years in the future on a super wide yo-yo, graduates high school, goes to MIT, and we've never heard from him again. And what is everybody doing now, 10 years later? 15 years later? They're all playing on a fucking super wide yo-yo, and they're all doing the tricks that John Chow did in that fucking video. That man just like, I think he wasn't appreciated in his time, and he's like, all right, I'm out then. And now he's building rockets or whatever the fuck he's doing. He's a literal genius. And I wonder if he's like checking back in on the yo-yo community ever and sort of looking at like, oh, I wonder if they caught up to me, you know? Which video are you talking about that you hadn't seen, Zammy? Was it the Legend one where he's like the crazy editing and stuff? Because that was kind of a weird... That's one of those diamonds in the rough that I don't know how many people have really been into. You got to try the Proto Canvas at Worlds 2011. Throw it! Oh, nice, dude. That's such a Jensen move. I love that. Yeah, I could see that. Jensen truly did not give a fuck, man. I miss 2013, 2014 Jensen, getting to hang out with him, I got to stay in the same room as him at BAC. The year that he did the fucking... He did this thing. That stuff. I was in the same room as... It was him, Chuck, me, and Zach staying in a hotel room. And Jensen probably smoked a blunt an hour on the balcony. And Charles has been stone cold sober his entire life. I don't think he's ever been under the influence of anything. His philosophy was he's already trippy enough, which is true. So Charles is stone cold sober in the corner of the hotel room, giggling, writing jokes in his notepad to himself. This was 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago. And he was just starting to do stand-up stuff and start writing jokes and stuff. So he was just giggling and writing in his notebook. And he and Jensen would have MF Doom going, and they'd be nerding out about lyrics and stuff that are in some of his songs. And Jensen was just chain-smoking blunts. And I was helping him, not gonna lie. Definitely helping Jensen with the blunts. And then Zach, poor little Zach I think he was he must have been 17 or something at the time. I don't think he's 30 yet. I think he's 3 or 4 years younger than me. So yeah, he must have been 17, 18 at the time. Poor kid, poor little Mormon boy in the hotel room, just yo-yoing by himself. Oh, that was a trip. That was a wild BAC. Yeah, the Legion one. Yo, Adam, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in, hanging out. I would love to meet you in person one of these days. If you make it out to PNWR, if you make it to Nationals, any contests that we overlap at, please come say hi. Thanks for tuning in. I hope Pittsburgh is beautiful and snowy and everything that you want it to be. I don't know. I never know how to end these things. A little innocent Zach. Yeah, dude. Those were the days. I remember Jensen posted something on Facebook around that time that was like, "Yo, Zach, the Black Hops regen you do is insane. Makes me want to be Mormon." It was funny because when we drove to Cleveland in 2016, Chris rented a van. And we all met in Seattle. It was me, Alec, David Ung, Chris, and Peter Kafka. We all met in Seattle. We drove from Seattle over to Glacier National Park in Montana. We drove down from there through Yellowstone. And we drove from Yellowstone to Zach's house in Fort Collins, Colorado. And we stayed with them at their house where they filmed Origami, which we'll bring up at some point here. So I got to see the pond. I got to see the basement and all the places where they filmed. We stayed at Zach's house, and the next day we went and toured the Zephyr. So Zach's dad owns the Zephyr hat company, not the 5950, the other brand that has the Z. That's Zach's dad's company. And so we got to go to the warehouse at Zephyr, and he let us pick out a few hats, and we all picked out the most ridiculous. I think I got a giant floppy camo thing. Actually, Peter did too, because he'd never been to Walmart. And so we drove to Walmart and he bought a full camo outfit, and then he got the hat to go with it so that he could blend in with the Americans. Peter Kafka is one of the funniest people on the planet, dude. He is so fun. But Zach's dad, I don't think he liked us very much, man. I think he knew that we were bad influences on his son. Not that we ever, I don't know, we never peer pressured Zach, right? Nobody really has been super peer pressury in YoYo, to my knowledge. Anybody that wants to do stuff can, but if you're not into that, nobody's oh, you have to. So nobody was actually bad or anything, but I get the feeling that he knew that we were definitely not good Mormon boys, and he was just cold the whole time. Super, he was nice. It wasn't he was rude or anything, but it was there was something behind his eyes that he was don't you dare mess with my boy. I know what he's worth. And it's coming on. I mean, Zach was the world champ at the time, I believe, right? He won 2015. 2014 was Gentry in Worlds. 2015 was Zach in Japan, Tokyo. 2016 was Cleveland, and that's when... Or am I tripping? 2016. Who won it? 2016 was when Shion started winning, right? Yeah. 2017 Iceland, he won again. And then 2018... 2018, I forget. It was 20... I'll be back around. I need to make my way out west. Sweet. Thank you, Adam. Later, dude. Who won in 2018? Why am I blanking on that? That would have been... Was that back in Japan? Because 2017 was Europe, Iceland. Oh no, 2018 would have been fucking China. Beijing. And then 2019 Budapest. And then 2020 canceled. Or online. And that's when did Mir Kim start winning? Because he's the three-peat as of 2024, right? We've got... So he was 22, 23, 24. Who won 2020 to 2022? Or 2021 online? Evan Nagel. That's right. Evan from heaven. If I get 50k followers on Instagram before PNWR, I'll use an Evan from Heaven song. Otherwise, I'm not competing. No takers? Bet. Joke's on you. I'm gonna fucking deactivate my account at 49. Just until after the contest. God. Somebody clip that. No, please don't. I don't want to have to fucking... I don't need accountability on that. That was a total joke. It's also a pipe dream. That would never happen. I've seeded the Instagram yo-yo battle. Emmett wins. Instagram reposted him. I can't compete with that, dude. It's you and Jack now. You guys have to battle for both TikTok and Instagram supremacy. I'll stay over here on my little YouTube live streams. I'll avoid the parasocial stuff and actually just talk to real people. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Zach's... I bet that's coming on soon here. I think I have this chronological. Oh my god, maybe not. How long ago was that? Oh, it's here. Let's skip forward a little bit. You guys remember the golden age of innovation movement before the Russian kids hacked the password and just started uploading whatever they wanted to the account? This dude's insane. I remember this video got posted and I was legitimately depressed. Because it's so good, I felt like I was never going to ever be a yo-yo player. That like I was trying so hard to like learn and get better and like get noticed and stuff. And then I remember the innovation movement stuff started getting posted and this video specifically came out and I was just like, I should quit. I should do anything else with my time. This is like, I'm never going to be able to do this. Also, this guy's just got like the most iconic yo-yoer build. Like, just absolute skin and bones only. And just the longest finger forearm situation. Like this is like if you could optimize a human being's build for yo-yoing, it would be get him down to this. Get him to look like Christian Bale in The Machinist. Jackal do tricks barefoot. Oh, dude, he'll show dogs? Is that your line? Is that the line you won't cross? You won't show dogs? Or is that like, did the wife draw that line in the sand? Because I'm running into that now too. I have to run ideas past her, and she'll let me know if it's too far. Also, please, everybody take note of this video. Beeser Lukish. He might be the yo-yoer that I'm the most upset that he's not in the scene anymore. Holy fuck, I love this dude's tricks. Actually, this one specifically. Gotta pay for the puppies, hell yeah. This dude, this video taught me how to do tech tricks. Like, I studied what he was doing, and if you watch any of the tricks that I do to this day, like deep in these mounts, they're very Beeser Lukish oriented. I feel like he could have been Tyler Vieno, but also he made up all of his own tricks, sort of a thing. I know Tyler does make up a lot of really good tricks, but he also is just the master of like taking established tech and presenting it his own way, like beautifully in a way that nobody else can do, but not always the same, not always the trick that he made up, from my understanding. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff that he's doing, either he and Chuck workshop together, or it's Yuki tech, or you know, a lot of Japanese players that he's pulling from, or has been pulling from for years. He's just got such an iconic way of displaying it. But Beeser made up all of this stuff, and he's so fucking good. And I think this might be the first, like, good neck trick to ever be done on video. Good neck trick. Like, actually interesting, not just kind of going around your neck once and like, oh, crazy. Like, this is actually fucking good. Tower off the noggin, dude. Tower off the fucking dome, dude. He was doing bun tricks before Curdy had the bun, dude. Hell yeah. This is Beeser Lukish Innovation Movement. It's like a 14-year-old video. I want to rewatch it because it's that I've probably watched this video 500 times easily. I love this. Also, just it's beautifully shot. It's not like professionally done in some ways, but like it's just for its time especially, beautifully shot. Look at this. Okay, right here, the way that he unwraps from this like back wrist, right here. Oh my god. Fuck, dude, that looks so good. It looks so good. How does he make it look that good? It's just like, it's like a wrist. He's like, I don't know, he's like off the back in it, right? And he's doing something in here that's just like he's got this whole, it feels like it shouldn't unroll that far, but it goes far, and it just it's unexpected and it's fucking sick. I just love it. Love it so much. God, I love autism. Honestly, probably true. It may be showing a little bit, but wholesome, right? I don't know. It's just a bunch of nerds getting excited about fucking string formations and shit. Hash Noodle, I don't recognize you. Are you? I mean, thanks for coming in and dropping a banger, but I do kind of want to know if you, if I know you well enough for you to say that to me. Yeah, agreed, Zammy. It's pretty incredible. Like, even just, I really wasn't very tuned in, basically from this. I was in Seattle for PNWR in March of 2020 when the plane carrying the first confirmed case of COVID back to the United States, landed in Seattle. It landed the night of the contest. Like, we ended, everybody's in the Holiday Inn in Seattle, in the lobby, yo-yoing, as you do after a contest, and the news is on, and the plane is landing at SeaTac, where everybody else is about to fly out of. I'm about to drive home. And drove home the next day. Within 3 days, I think that Wednesday, got home Sunday, that Wednesday, I went home remote, started working remote, and I have not gone back to the office since. I mean, I've gone in, I have to go back here and there, but like I moved 500 miles away because of the pandemic 2 years later, still was remote. And basically, I mean, I've stayed in touch with yo-yoers and I've seen stuff that's like hit my timeline and stuff, but have not kept up with, you know, being into yo-yoing. And so even just coming back kind of like 4.5-ish years later, it's a completely different ballgame, dude. The landscape is 100% different. I'm not really a huge fan of like the meta right now. I think that all of these, everybody's doing the same like whip, 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 whip. It's like everybody's doing a combo of like Janos and Bergie, which when Janos and Bergie do their style, sick. It's different, it's unique, it scores well because it's rare and interesting and difficult. But now that everybody's doing this like tower, double GT, whip, 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 Bergie, whatever, like, and that's the whole freestyle, it's just boring, dude. Oh my god. I feel like going to a contest these days, you watch 50 freestyles in a row and you see the same tricks in every single one. There's like maybe one unique trick per freestyle that's interesting, and everything other than that is just like, oh, I know this scores 3 points, so I do it. And at what point does it stop scoring 3 points? Like, I feel like we should, you know how like card games and a lot of games, they forcefully rotate the meta, like, you know, Pokemon, Hearthstone, Magic, whatever. When the calendar year ends, like Worlds happens, the next week they like push out a bunch of stuff. I feel like yo-yoing needs to do that. Like, we need to have Worlds, and it's like whatever the fucking shitty meta 4.0 hook that everybody's doing is, they say, next year, this is 0 points. Get different stuff. I'm over it. I want there to be, like, we need to move stuff along. We need to stop. Like, I'm sick of fucking every kid doing 4.0 hook into negative 4.0 hook into fucking some neck trick that somebody else made up. You know, it'd be sick. It'd be sick if, like, once somebody did a trick in a contest, like, so that order mattered. If you went first and you did a trick, you got full points for it. But anybody after that does the trick either gets half a point less or doesn't get points for it. So the rareness factor, especially if you're supposedly one of the better yo-yos seeded, you get to go last. It better be fucking original. It better be good, right? I think that's pretty sick. Send that shit to Scales and smoke it. What up? It's funny because the three of us sitting here talking about this probably haven't competed in... If you were to combine the amount of time that we haven't competed, I bet it's older than us. I don't think I've competed since 2014. Maybe 2015 was the last time that I sat on stage. So I don't know if I should be calling the shots here. I am in a couple of Discords where there's good talk about competitive yo-yoing, and there was a lot of talk the other day. Actually, Zach was weighing in on this about like rail combos and how those should score, because a lot of people, it's like you do a whole rail combo and they'll click you once, or like, you know, even maybe that won't even get there. And we're talking about like, is it worth a half point or is it worth a whatever? And it's like, I feel like we shouldn't be worried about how many points each individual thing clicks as. I feel like you should, like, a click should be a threshold that you reach, right? So it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, but like, basically I feel like if judges were more like, I'm gonna wait to click until he's earned a click based on what he's doing, and then that resets the score, right? Like, so You go in, you're doing some stuff, and they're like, okay, at this point, that's where the click. And then it's not that because I did this, that's worth a click. It's that I've earned a click at this point in the freestyle. And we continue on like that through the freestyle and see how. And obviously, we've got different categories. This is like mostly for tech or for, you know, the ones that are a little less subjective. But I feel like there's just this obsession over things that it feels really. It's cool in one way because you want to get granular and you want to really dissect something down to the furthest that you can, right? But then competitively, and even just as more of it's more like figure skating than anything else, right? Like there's established things that you can do or whatever, but there's so much artistic element. There's music choice. There's what you wear. Like there's all these things that go into it that are not like the fucking NBA, which very cut and dry, right? There's rules and what, like this needs to be treated a little bit more subjectively than I feel like we are in the current time to do so. And I've honestly been consuming a shitload of skateboarding content. My feed, my algorithm has been infiltrated by Mitchy Brusco and his skate IQ stuff. And it's honestly inspired a lot of this, like wanting to teach a little bit more and like, or just, I don't know, just engage a little bit more. But there's so many skate philosophies that apply very similarly to YoYo, and it's had a very similar like competitive arc in that like it all got pushed into one thing and treated one way, and then they realized like maybe we should break these out into different styles, 1A, 2A, 3A, right? And then judge them all a little bit differently, and that's great and whatever, but it still feels like we're trying to push 1A and really 1A specifically into this like heavily monitored, I don't know, like heavy. It's just different. It's changed in the last 5 years, even from what it was pre-pandemic, and it feels so meticulous and like fucking nerdy in some ways. Not nerdy. That's the wrong word, because I'm a nerd. There's nothing bad with being. It's just like I feel like people care about things that we could choose to care about better things, right? You could choose what you care about in a lot of ways. I think we should choose to care about better things when it comes to yo-yoing. That's pretty much it. That's my rant. I'm sorry, guys. As someone that has hyper memory for trick theory, trick trends, it hurts me even more. 2012 was the last for me. That's why I refuse to be a judge. I actually wouldn't mind judging. Yeah, okay. Comparing yo-yo to skating. So, I agree. But here's the thing, dude. Kendama is skating. This is BMX. Search yourself. You know it to be true. Kendama skateboarding, yo-yoing is BMX. You're picking a line, it's more flowy, you have to stay on that line throughout. Skateboarding, you've got these flip tricks, you've got these stalls, you can stop and still be in a skateboard trick. You know, if the yo-yo stops, if the bike stops, you're gonna fall over. It's gonna fall off the string. Yo-yoing is BMX, kendama is skateboarding. It's unfortunate because I think skateboarding is cooler than BMX, but it's true. Hall monitoring. Yes. It's fucking. It's the kid that rode along with the cops in high school, dude. It's the fucking teacher's pet ass bullshit. Weren't we supposed to have a test today? Fuck you. Yeah, we talked about this last time. Emmett just wasn't here for that whole debate. We had a couple of kendama guys in the chat last time, and we spent a bunch of time talking about kendama. It was really fun. But yeah, he was like, we sort of had that same discussion. I've been saying that for years, but yeah, there's the philosophies of skateboarding, and I think the way that I was watching a Rodney Mullen interview. I love Rodney Mullen, and I was watching an interview with him. Where he's talking about like why he stopped competing, and he's like, I've been to the top of that mountain. I feel like I'm qualified as much as anybody to say it's not worth the climb. Like you're doing it for everybody but yourself. at a certain point, and it's not about are you even enjoying doing the thing anymore. It's about, can you force yourself to learn all these things that maybe you don't even want to fucking learn, to impress people that you don't even care about impressing, to win a prize that isn't even that impressive. And I think that's kind of where competitive yo-yo has gotten for a lot of the best players in the world. Like, you look at these guys that we all look up to as the best players in the world, the Zachs, the D-Kims, the Kierans. You know, Mir Kim, insane. Don't get me, like, anybody that's won Worlds, insane. Don't get me wrong. You're fantastic at the sport, and you probably are doing your own thing if you're winning Worlds. It's the next fucking 15 dudes in the top cut or finals or whatever that all are doing the same tricks. That it's just like, oh, dude, come on. And it doesn't feel like it changes that fast anymore. I remember kind of in our heyday, like mid-2010s, it felt like every contest you went to, everybody had a brand new freestyle. Or maybe not brand new, but like pretty different. At least a different song and a different order of the tricks that you were doing things in. And a lot of times people would be doing certain tricks, but like saving their Worlds freestyle, and all new tricks came out for that. And I think people still kind of do that, but for the most part, it's like, how do I kind of reorganize what I've already got, or, you know, XYZ. And it just doesn't have the same magic to the competitive part. It used to be, you were so excited for Zach to get on stage. You were so excited for Gentry to get on stage. Because, like, what is he going to jump over it? Is he, you know, like, is he going to go clean? Because there was risk. I feel like Mir Kim's the only dude that's risking anything anymore. That's why he's winning, because it's like, oh my God, if he drops that, it's like 4 different switches on one yo-yo. Dude, Lazar, also insane. Russian player. Influenced the shit out of me. I talked with him recently. He's no longer in Russia. He fled because of all the crazy stuff going on there. And I think he's living in Bulgaria now, if I remember. He had to like leave everything behind, restart. Now he's doing like, he's a director of photography. He's like got a crazy good video reel of his work that he sent me, and I think maybe he's getting engaged, or he's gonna get married. Anyway, he's doing great. Really great to hear from him. I hadn't heard from him in a long ass time since we were making Caribou Lodge contest videos with Emmett back in like 2013, 2012. Yo, thanks, Sammy. I'm glad you like that. You're welcome to quote that. Take it however you want. I think that's the best analogy for it. And then, you know, it's BMX on ice, right? In terms of how you judge it, because we're really just figure skaters out here. Let's be honest. Yeah, aren't we supposed to have a test today? Rodney's incredible. He's you can tell he's hit his head on the pavement quite a few times, but he's a genius in his own right. You ever just go back and watch Rodney videos, or like the slow motion Rodney ones? I don't even skate, dude. I mean, I did. I can kickflip. I can drop in, but like I was never like a crazy street skater or anything. But I watch it just for the fucking love of the game. And I feel like there's a lot of just watching people be good at things, especially things that feel like similar to something that you're good at, like yo-yoing. You know, like I get a lot of inspiration. Dude, I was just talking to Wade Stoken, the juggling guy, the other day, and we were kind of talking about the similarities and stuff, and I was telling him how we watched a Guy Wright juggling video last time. I'll bring it up after this Danny video. And I've had that saved for years because the motions that he's doing and the way that he's sort of manipulating the space around his body, I was like, there's yo-yo tricks in that. There's ways to pull the motions that he's doing with his hands and the way he's thinking about moving these things around. And I feel like I can do that with skateboarding as well. Like, if not necessarily the physical movements, then like the mentalities of the trick, or like, oh, you know, you do it that way, I'm gonna do it backwards, or, you know, like even understanding like wrist mount, the reverse of wrist mount is bucket mount. It's just doing it. It's like kick flip versus heel flip, or front side versus back side. And so like understanding how to manipulate a skateboard, or how skateboard tricks work, or how you think about skateboard tricks can influence how you think about yo-yo tricks. Even like the one that we learned the other day, like doing this thing. Shoot. I was thinking like we needed to do a backside wrap, but it turns out you need to wrap it over the front side. Like there's all these things that connect between them. And so when you listen to people that are really good at a thing talk about it, or you watch people that are really good at a thing do it, it's like, I don't know, all these light bulbs go off in my brain of like, oh, that can apply this way, or I should think about. Even sometimes there will be a trick that I'm struggling with, and it'll be like this aha moment of like, oh, I'm just not thinking about it right. That's literally the only problem here. I'm not hitting this clean, but it's a very cool trick that we learned last time. And it's very like front side, back side kind of coded. Shoot. Oh my god. See, this is why I don't like live, because then you guys can see how bad I am. I never hit anything. There it is. And then I messed it up. Sweet. Let me put on this Guy Wright video, so Bail! Bail! This video is just beautiful. I don't juggle. But watch this. The craziest thing is I've shown this to jugglers. I sent this to Wade yesterday, and he was like, what the fuck? A lot of these patterns he made up. Like, he just invents things. I don't know. Guy Wright was a huge inspiration for me, too, of just like, just do what you want to do, and if it's new, then it's awesome. And I love that. Yeah, exactly. I don't think my knees can take it anymore, Matt. It's like, I would love to bust out a skateboard, but I kind of need to like, I feel like I need to not until my kid is getting into skateboarding, just so that I don't accidentally hurt myself in the meantime. Like, I just need to do squats and knee exercises to make sure that they're ready for when the day comes, but not even set foot on a board again until then, for fear of just slipping out and never being able to walk. Yeah, dude, Wade's so cool. I'm so glad that just everything that's gone on this year with social media. Like, Emmett and I have been yo-yoing probably around the same amount of time. I don't know when you started, Emmett, but this month is 15 years for me, December 2010. And we were making the Caribou Lodge contest videos at the same time. I remember watching yours, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. What? Like, god damn it, his video's better than mine. And so, like, we've been around the same amount of time, but I've never met you in person, I don't think. And so, like, you popping up on my feed and you doing so well is just, like, I love it. And then Wade popping up, and then you guys happen to be friends. And then there's other people that are also, like, Kai Tyner, her page, like, blew up this year, I think, too. She's doing similar stuff, posting a daily, just, like, fucking monster of a combo. And Jack, like, popping off on TikTok and bringing that over to like, there's so many people that aren't doing the bullshit social media, is how I should clarify this. Like, not the like, what's up, YouTube? Here's the fucking 4 things you need to lube your bearing. Who the fuck cares? Show me a cool thing. You guys are all doing a cool thing. Video's done. I love that, and I'm so glad that that's like fucking just, it's so sick, dude. I'm so glad. And they're all cool people. You know, it sucks when like somebody blows up and then you know them in person and it's like, god damn, that dude sucks. Like, fuck. But to meet cool people that are having success, they're getting their flowers now after being in shit for so long, and like real people that aren't fucking, like, you know, I messaged Emmett out of nowhere and he actually responded to me. there's these people that get this like big head once they get a fat load of followers, and they're like, you know, they're just better than you, and you're not worth their time. And so to have you respond to me and be able, you know, I'd say we're friends now. And same with Wade, like out of nowhere, I just started kind of commenting on his shit or like responding to his stories. We end up talking a bunch and nerding out about juggling and yo-yoing and how they combine. Like, I'm so happy with that side of the community and the communities and how they're kind of growing together. That's made me really happy. I'll show you the other one too. I know, dude, better late than never. Okay, when did you start yo-yoing? I'm curious. I feel like you've said that before, but I want to know. This is the other one that I sent to Wade that he hadn't seen, and I'm kind of shocked that he hasn't seen that. This has over 1 million views, and it's like 12 years old or something? 14 years old? Oh, okay. 06 and then 09. Damn, so you were around for like a lot of the Yuki blow up, like the true Yuki blow up, a couple of Ando wins. Yeah, dude, and I think you do such a good job of just making every video like, I don't like, it just pops. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you're willing to share with the class, or, you know, one of the things that I do want to do with this stream as we continue doing this over time, and I've talked to Emmett about this before, but for anybody else that's here, I do want to start bringing other yo-yoers on. I'd love to start doing long form interviews with folks, or even just like this kind of a thing where it's like, hey, I want you to bring 3 videos that we're going to watch and analyze and talk about, like your 3 biggest, or 5, whatever it is. And like, let's sit down for an hour and get to know Emmett or Zammy, or, you know, I've got a bunch of different people on my list that I'm really excited to, hopefully they'll say yes. Hopefully this will be worth their time. And I'd love to have them come in and sit down. But one of the things that I've been wanting to ask you, Emmett, because other people have asked me similar things, is like, what is your process for filming one of your videos? And I mean that in that, like, you're clearly yo-yoing to the segment of the song that you plan to post it to, right? Like, you've choreographed this all together. So have you taken that segment and cut it out, and are you looping it and trying to just continuously hit this? Are you restarting the song every time and then waiting until that segment to get, like, I'm really curious what your setup is, or if you just like one of the tricks that Harold Owens shared with me it was actually it was before 2016 Worlds. I sat outside with Harold and talked a lot with him at Worlds though, but prior to that, I was bugging him about his consistency on stage and how he's so clean to the beat and so practiced. And he told me that his secret was to take the song that you're gonna get and find out what the BPM is, and then put that into a metronome. And then you never have to worry about your song starting over or hitting a certain segment or whatever. You put on a metronome at the BPM and you literally just drill it until you can't anymore. And then when you actually put the song on, it's da, 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 da. Like, you're just hitting, you can focus on everything else but your pacing and stuff like that. Like, it is burned in at that speed, and you can worry about all the other presentation things, stuff like that. Then you combine that with a trick like Gentry's of like, I was actually doing this for the Leaf video because some of the tricks I was having a lot of trouble hitting. So I took a pickaxe, the smaller version of the Leaf, and I drilled the tricks on that for like 2 weeks. I was just doing the tricks on the pickaxe. Then you go back and you go from running through it on the pickaxe first thing in the morning, and you switch over to the Leaf. Oh my God, everything's so easy. It's insane. So, you know, like, there's these tricks that you can do kind of behind the scenes to make it easier to hit things, make things look better when you do them with the right yo-yo, or like, you know, smoothen things out or hit the segment of the thing that you want to the right music. So what you said you loop it. So it reminds you of doing improv with a guitar loop pedal. The yo-yo is an instrument and you're doing a solo over top of the song. Interesting. So you loop the segment or you loop the song and you just sort of pick the segment that you do the best part to? Or you loop the segment that you know you're gonna post and you just do that over and over and over until you kind of hit the solo that you want to hit. Because I know that you're doing, I can tell sometimes that you're very choreographed to the music that you're using, and sometimes it feels like you're more sort of flowing tricks that you know you can hit or that are comfortable to you. You're organizing them sort of as you go, or maybe they're a little less like meticulously thrown together. It's like, I know I'm going to do this here and I'm going to go into this and I'm going to end like this. But I'm curious. Yeah, metronome is a cool idea. I've done that before. Actually, the thirst trap, the first one with the untouched XO. That was all metronome. Just because it was taking me so long to hit the stuff that I wanted to hit, and that video turned into. That's the other thing with the stuff that I like to do. I feel like my yo-yoing is the least strong part of it. And I have to like cover a lot of the shit yo-yoing with like video effects. That's why I so heavily post-produce most of what I do. That's why live streaming is very intimidating, because you guys get to see how inconsistent I actually am with the yo-yo. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to give away all your trade secrets. We can save it or whatever you want to do. I've genuinely been curious, like, how you get such clean and good choreo to these very specific parts without like just going crazy looping a song or having to like restart it every time. It's crazy. Some JT appreciation in here. Some are hard choreoed, some are others are freestyle flow. I've played drums for a long time, so I feel like that. Oh, totally. So you've just got a metronome, like going in your brain, dude. Is that what you play in your band? Do you play drums? Matt, that just seems like an investment in their eardrums' future. That's just a smart decision on their part. You can turn an amp down. Oh, you play guitar. Word. How long have you been playing guitar? Oh, JT with the bop on top. I love that. This is one of my best friends in the whole world. If anybody doesn't know JT, I would argue he's one of the most slept on yo-yoers of all time. I think most of that is just One Drop doesn't do the best job of promoting their players. You know, it's just prioritization on their part. JT's just one of the best dudes and fucking insane. This is 2014. This is his trick dump from 2014. This looks like stuff. I mean, this is more complex than stuff people are still doing at the highest level. And he's just nasty with it. He's always been a better yo-yoer than me. I've just always known how to make dumb shit look kind of cool. The duality of man. +10 years, a lot of different. Nice. I love that you referred to the yo-yo as an instrument, because I have talked with people about that for I have a lot of friends that are musicians. My whole family's musical, and whenever they're bagging on me about it, I like to sort of explain that, like, the yo-yo kind of is a musical instrument, but it's a visual one. You're not providing audio, you're matching whatever the audio is to a visual. You can create sort of an abstract art piece that matches, audio. It's almost like dance too, right? Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah, Matt. I'm so excited to, yeah. I hope I can influence my kid to learn things that are better uses of his time than what I've decided to spend my time on. But we'll see. Maybe he'll think this is cool. I don't know. I hope he's into skateboarding. I hope he wants to play guitar. His mom is an incredible musician and singer, so I have no doubt that he'll have plenty of opportunities. It's just, I don't know, personally, I'm not going to be able to help much. I was first chair alto saxophone in 7th grade band, and then I quit. And I took a year of guitar lessons and never practiced, and then quit. Yeah, it's weird art dance, 100%. But it's the same, like, intricacy. It's the same, it's very akin to playing a musical instrument with your fingers, with your hands. Like, it's like drumming in some ways. It's like playing guitar in some ways. And then it's completely its own thing in a bunch of different ways, too. I think that's probably why I like yo-yoing, is because it feels like you're skateboarding and playing a fucking trombone at the same time. And it's like, for somebody with ADHD that you want to be doing 40 different things at once, that's kind of like yo-yoing kind of is a little schizophrenic like that. Like, you're just over here and over there, and you can do whatever you want, and it's crazy, and everybody's different, and I love it. That's cool, man. Used to be a rock star. This dude's insane. I want to meet Constantine really bad. I think I met him one time at Iceland Worlds. I think I briefly met him, but I didn't know really who he was, and we didn't really spend any time together at the time. I want to spend more time with him now. He's fucking nuts. Space Cowboy. I forgot about that yo-yo. That's funny. How many SIGs has Tyler had? Severe, Superstar, like 40 Superstars. Wasn't that his? I mean, I know the Severe was. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just the Space Cowboy Severe. He's had other ones, though. There were others. Plastic Severe, 2009 Severe, 2010 Severe, Space Cowboy. Not the Superstar. There was another one, though, right? Tyler's had like 20 SIGs on Yo-Yo Factory and then all of Recess. That's nuts. What yo-yo player has had the most signature yo-yos at this point? Is it Gentry? Or maybe like Mickey, or somebody that can make their own SIGs. It'd be a fun little bit of a trivia to figure out. I feel like Zammy would know, if anything. Oh. I forgot how much I love this yo-yo, man. It's so fun just sitting here playing with this. Okay, let's keep looking through videos. This was a recent find, and it's an old video. Not old, I mean, probably like 7 or 8 years old. That's a nutty bind. I love that. This guy just had some really cool slacks in this video. Yeah. I forget who the player is. Gonna pop off with this cool dude. YoYo Yap Space. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you for joining. It was just great having you in, answering some questions that we had. Thank you. I will, yeah, I'll hit you up next time I'm going live. I think I'm about to pop off too. I think I'm starting to run into the emergency choir concert. I think is over. I'm starting to hear murmurings out there, so I probably need to go. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. This is... Loate Wong, but I don't know who that is. Yeah, dude, you have a great night too. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk more soon, I'm sure. Love to have you on at some point. Let's brainstorm some stuff that you'd want to join in on the Yap Sesh. Emergency choir concert. Is there any other intel? Any other kind? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every choir concert is an emergency for somebody, right? We just happen to be the ones who were on the emergency side this time. Thanks for the stream. It was dope. Yeah, no problem. Oh man, I have so many. Maybe next time we'll hear about Curdy puking in a shower and using Bible papers to roll joints. Ooh, little incentive to come back, right? You want to hear about who was in that room? It's a bunch of people you guys know. No, okay. I gotta tune out for the night. But this was sick. We were live for 3.5 hours, you guys. That's the best one yet. That was so much fun. I had so much fun chatting with everybody that's here. We learned a couple of tricks. Honestly, didn't learn them as well as I would have liked to, but that's on me more than anything. I got a little ADD there and wanted to just like share other silly videos with you guys, but hopefully that was fun and worth it. And yeah, next time we'll keep sharing. Obvious stories are going to keep coming up. That seems to just occur naturally, and I'd love to hear more stories from you guys in the chat for stuff that I missed, because I missed a lot. So anybody that was at events or anybody that's going to stuff currently and stuff that just has crazy funny yo-yo stories, please feel free to share with the class. Like I said, I want to bring guests on in the future. I want to keep learning tutorials. I want to do some trick trials. So, you know, if you guys have like, hey, there's this mount in this video, or, you know, like we learned part of Zammy's trick earlier, and once he's out of that magic drop in that second mount, it's like, I got ideas. Maybe we do a trick trial from that, which is, you know, you put a timer up, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, and you see how far you can get to a new trick that you're inventing from there. And that's a really cool... I find that if you put constraints on it rather than like, I need to come up with a trick, if you have this other thing of like, I need to find this within 20 minutes and get as far as I can, sometimes that actually distills things down into the good stuff right away, and it doesn't feel so nebulous and that you have to go grab it. So trick trials, you know, thought process behind coming up with a new trick, or let's watch a video that's really inspiring and use one of those tricks as inspiration to come up with something. You know, learn it to a point and then take it a different direction. I think that would be really fun. That's the kind of thing that, you know, if a yo-yoer that I really loved was doing that on stream, I would tune in every fucking time. So maybe if that's just me, then that's just me. But, you know, if that sounds cool to you guys, that sounds like a lot of fun for me. So yeah, anyway, bunch of fun ideas for this moving forward. I'm just so glad people are tuning in and having fun with it, and I'm having fun with it, and we're gonna keep it going as long as we can, especially while I'm on parental leave and have nothing but time. So yeah, anyway, just thanks. I never know how to end these things. You guys are awesome. I'll start getting things a little more official with the Discord and stuff like that, so we have a place to keep everything put together. But you guys are amazing. It's been so cool doing this and just, I don't know, plugging back into the community and feeling like I didn't really leave. It's been just lovely. So thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart. Happy holidays. Happy Monday. I'll try to see you guys a couple more times this week.